So this is Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online only plays sound when you focus on the window. So anytime I move any other windows around, it's gonna pause the music like that, just while I organize my stuff, and that'll happen occasionally. But today, here we are, with the promise of creating a William Riker, or a William Riker substitute. Close enough to William Riker. So I think that's the kind of Starfleet I want, not Discovery Starfleet, but an older one. Human, male, not what I would normally pick to make an interesting character, but to make a Riker, it's going to be that. Riker wears a weird. Wait. So the collar thing is changing. Riker wears red. So the engineers wear yellow. Science wears blue. Tactical wears red. So we'll go tactical, because that is the same color as command. Then we're gonna go with the limits of what we can do. This is not gonna make every feature perfect, but we're gonna do I think the one that they've given us is closer to Riker's face than some other ones, but then we're just gonna let's just tease apart the various pieces and get the Rikeriest Riker we can get. So they did not design this game with this in mind, but we got this. Hey, no good Nick, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Tell me what you think of my hair choices so far as we go. This is kind of my hair in high school. It's got that big part, it's kind of flat. Not really feeling the puffy machismo of Riker. This has it, but it's too long and like stringy. It doesn't have enough puff. And also, the hairline's a little far back. I don't know if you could change that later. The hair's very important. We may come back to the hair on an impossible mission here. This can be done. There's a lot you can customize in this. I believe this is possible. And I feel like, and I've done some of it before. See, this isn't too bad. It's just too light. Mostly it's just too light. It's a little too cool. It's a little too like his name's probably Zach. Feels like a Zach, more than a Will. He's sort of got like the spikiness in the front, and everything else is just kind of rounded. It's not perfectly Riker, but it may do in a pinch. I don't like this one. It's too symmetrical, and it's too it's got a part. He doesn't do parts. It's not fifth row from the bottom, second from the right. Okay, wait. You talking from this bottom here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second from the right. I have seen this one. You good eye. This is a good contender. When I tried this on my own, this was a maybe. I feel like the hairline is oddly forward. It looks like it's been like he's had work done to like get hair plugs and a little too low on the forehead. Maybe we can work on that. But I agree. This is the overall shape is the closest to Riker. I think that's the best we can do with these presets. Coloring, hair coloring, hair color. Ah, yes. You can go rainbow. You can go crazy with it, but what I really want is natural white person brown hair. Natural brunette human style brown hair, which is oddly hard to find in this color picker. These are very saturated tones. This one is sort of there. it's a little too red, you know? What about on this side? Nope, those are too intense. What is happening? None of these are naturalistic. I don't understand why. The front side shape is too forward. Yeah, I know. It's not quite right. Kind of looks like a wig. It doesn't blend in well. I'm hoping we can move the hairline. What about it danced? So we're going to do all of this. We're going to get through this. The head type, skin type. But before we do all that, I just want to see if we can do anything to the hair to kind of fix it. Like, so here's cranium slope with forehead slope with, but not hairline. The hair is just going to be what it's going to be. There's head size. There's head depth. Skull height. Skull height. Oh, that actually does help a little bit. Riker has a tall skull. Okay. Cranium slope. Alright, let's look at your slope. Cranium slope. Yeah. I mean, so this is him, you know, having thoughts with his brain pulsing. Riker's not he's not a big, huge thinker. You know, he has his days. The width. Nope, does not have a wide head. Forehead slope. This is what I'm talking about. Riker is, he's got a like Frankenstein brow. So it's very much about the brow. And still, of course, his features aren't matching this. We'll get to as much as we can of what this will let us do. But yeah, it's still very low. It's very low, that hairline. But it's, you know, what are you gonna do? Brow position. That's not doing anything. What is brow position? Oh, that's just wiggling. I think his brow position is medium. Brow furrow. I don't feel like they went far enough with the brow furrow. Oh yeah, the anger. Oh yeah, well Riker's an angry guy. Oh yeah. He sees injustice or just general imperfection in the world, in the galaxy, and then he's displeased. Yeah, that's for sure. Brow protrusion, that's what I'm looking for. Oh yes. Yes, give it to me. Brow protrusion. Yeah, that's some Rikerish skull face. What I want is that top of his forehead to come forward. Also, dude's way too pale. We're gonna fix that skin. That's like, I want white person. I don't want like sick white person. Or, well, actually, there's healthy people who are this color, but Riker's not one of them. This is lacking in some essential coloring. Okay, so we have. I'm glad I put Riker on the screen because this is very helpful. It's actually more pink than any of these. These are makeup colors that you apply to your pink skin to be less pink. It's like he's just wearing makeup just everywhere, all over.
Forever appreciating bad Star Trek content.
Thank you, Doomocrat. This is I take the backhanded compliment as a compliment that this is bad Star Trek content. But this is where we're at. It's been 30 years since this character was in primetime. Okay, he's in TV now. He's in Picard, but you know, that's just a reboot. That's just coming back. After 30 years, this is what we do now with these characters. Eye color. You know, I can't actually see the eye color very well. Oh, it's blue, isn't it? Like mine. Okay. Let's go blue. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, he's so pretty. Hey, thank you for the follow, Lightman X. Absolute candor. Absolute candor. That was the Romulan one, right? That's when they That was about the nunnery with the badass nuns who were the best fighters in the galaxy. And yet, all we got to see was some dude with a ponytail. And I was like, where's the badass nuns? You were so close to having badass nuns on screen fighting people. And then you turned a corner and said, oh, but they raised one man who was going to do all the fighting on screen. Space Legolas. He was great. I just felt disappointed by the setup. It's like, I want my ninja nuns. Where's my ninja nuns? They're all staying home. It's not right. Alright, so that's probably as good as the hair is gonna get. It's slightly fixed now. I kind of still wish I could fix the top of the head. I want that to come forward. Riker has he's like a cylinder up here. Head type. Oh, head type. Look at all the head types. Oh my. Well, Human 5. He looks mean. But that nose is very distracting. His nostrils are getting to me. I need to see Riker a little bigger. Hold on. How do I see? Sorry, I'm cutting the music just as I switch windows. Hey, thank you for the follow, B Peterson. Oh wait, Baby Peterson. I just have to make my own view of Riker slightly bigger to try to capture that look. Thank you for the follow, Lightman X. Didn't we just have this conversation? No, that was somebody else. He's still too light. Let's go back to that skin. Because even if it's... Whoa, no. He's not black. He's just pink. He's a pink man. No, that's not it. That's not it. This is tan. I guess I'll take it. They don't really let me get in there and pink it up. Like Riker's in this picture. Well, okay, so my white balance is off. My skin, my white balance is off, and I can fix that with some stuff here. I never know with white balance. That's a little more my actual color, I think. Hard to say, but I'm pretty sure that's my actual color. So I'm lighter than Riker. I'm pinker than Riker. And these, I don't know. I guess I'll go with that. Okay, I don't like this head. This head's gotta go. New head. That is still a contender. It has a protruding chin and a receding forehead. Riker's more just flat front. With a very distinct nose. Strong nose. This nose is a little on the... Well, I think we can fix it up a little bit. But we have to start with something. Ooh, Human 3. Ah, this is better. This is better. Human 3 is much closer. Human 4 is no. Human 5 is assistant to the assistant director. Human 3 is closer. Good. Skin type. What is skin type? Skin type is skin. Humans have skin. Agreed. Base complexion. Standard 06. Oh my. Oh, how old should he be? Hello, PJ Jones 53. Thank you for the follow. He's not going to be that old. We're not doing Picard era Riker. We're doing TNG Riker. Standard 1. Complexion. I don't know enough about makeup and skincare to even deeply understand this. Oh, I see. Standard 3 is young, cute boy band Riker. No, not doing that. Nope. Nope. So this is kind of... Standard 6 feels very Battlestar Galactica to me. He's kind of seen some shit and hasn't really taken that good of care of his skin while he was seeing the shit. He was kind of like in the mines and stuff, and that's not too bad for Riker compared to these other ones. Standard 1, youthful. But the thing about Riker is he's not youthful. A Twitter follower just checking in to follow. Good luck with the build. Bye for now. Bye. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi, B. Peterson. Thing about Riker is, even if everybody thinks he's hot, he is not a young man. He's 40. You know, most of the time he's just kind of like 40, 45. Not at the beginning of the series. This is kind of the beginning of the series. But with the beard, the quintessential beard Riker, I feel better about this one. Even though he's a little lumpier in the jaw. I don't know. Tattoo scar, no scars, no tattoos. He's a very clean fella. Very, honestly very high strung. He pretends he's not. Humanoid, narrow, small iris. What does that mean? What does that mean? Narrow? Oh. Eyes. This is the pupil. Humanoid, small iris, narrow, humanoid. Yes. Ears. Riker's ears. Humanoid. Oh, that's all we're doing. Okay. Eyebrows. Standard. Riker's got some pretty impressive eyebrows. So there's none. That's no good. Medium. Oh, here's standard. That's what we've been working with so far. Raised. He raises his eyebrows. Sure, it's Star Trek. Oh, Codman, I was going to say, get the beard on him before you start messing with the rest of the face. Maybe the rest might fall into place. Ooh, that's a good idea. Good tip. Thank you, Codman. Let's go down to beard, because we are dealing with Riker. We have to focus on what's really important. And I would argue the nose is important, but we all know how important the beard is. So mouth scaling options. This is not what I'm looking for. We're looking for... It's got to be head, right? I believe it's called decoration or something. Basic head options. Mouth accessory. Yes, mouth accessory. Beard epic? No! This is not Riker after being stranded after a transporter accident for, what was it, 7 years eating canned beans alone. No. Full on, this would be Admiral Riker when he's gotta prove something later on. Okay, we're getting closer. Full medium. Full medium is at least close to the shape and lushness that he's known for. Full medium versus full trim. Honestly, full trim is a little more accurate. The shape, not the color, but the shape. It's getting there. It's still actually a little much down here. It's very puffy, and then he really carved out this cheek section here. Like that's, you know, there's not much of a mutton chop here, but it may be as close as we can get. We'll see. We'll see. Goatee, no, he's not evil. He's not Mirror Universe Riker. Although, who knows what that would be like. If that would even be all that bad, who knows? Goatee on the chin. Now, this is Admiral Mirror Universe Riker. Goatee trimmed. Oh my. Handlebars. Jaconius. I wonder if Thomas Riker had different allergies or any kind of weird organ damage from the rough storm planet thing living. Yeah, you can get new allergies, right? You probably like just got real sick of like canned string beans. Did he even have a replicator? I don't remember what I guess so. He was pretty much keeping the whole thing running. So he probably had a replicator, but for a guy with a replicator, his clothes were messed up. So I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he didn't have much fuel. Maybe he had to save all his replicator rations for like Christmas. Mustache, bushy. Okay, so there's not a ton of detailed options here. I think full trim is probably as good as it's going to go. But the important thing... Oh, hairstyle. We got to get back to hairstyle in a second. But the important thing here is the color. It's got to be dark. Dark and brown. And this one has a weird salt and pepper thing that I don't know that we're allowed to change. So there's limitations in life. Yeah, so this is a salt and pepper beard, and they're committed to that. They're like, no, you will have salt and pepper beard. You can change 2 of the colors, but not the white color that's going to be in there. Because apparently, if you have a beard, you are not young. For some reason, in Star Trek Online. So that may be as close as we can get with the beard, unfortunately. Hairstyle uppercut? Oh my. Uppercut, although that was the name of what we saw earlier. So uppercut is the name to keep in mind in case we don't find anything better. That's more like, oh, I didn't see this one before. Tight curls raised. Go Riker. Damn. I mean, at least his hairline is corrected. But I wish I could just give him a little trim. Just squash this sucker down. And then we're golden. Damn, that's so... it's so close. It's so disco. I mean, not Discovery, like disco. Discotheque. Damn, tight curls raised is exciting. I kind of want to do it. But it's not quite him. Flat top? Oh, Riker. No. Don't do it, Riker. It's not for you. It's not right. It's not right. Spiky bangs. Yeah, spiky bangs. I kind of like the spiky bangs. It's if he wanted to be in Saved by the Bell. You know? In the future. It's not terrible. Spiky bangs. Shaved hawk. No. No. He's not in the desert trying to survive. Oh my. Ponytail. Dude. Pull it together, Riker. What do we have here? Ponytail. Parted middle. Parted middle I was looking at before. This is the other extreme. Very high hairline. And the part in the middle, he just doesn't do that. That's not what he's about. He's about it all just being of a piece. I part. I got the part. That's just how my head works. How I've always done it. But combed back, oh my, Jesus. Starfish thing going on. Comb your hair, man. What are you doing? Don't do it. No. Wow. No. No. Nope. All the floppy down, flat Vulcan styles. Very popular in Federation. But not Riker. Not Riker. Baseball tight curls soft. Oh my. Wow. Nope, that's Picard. None. Okay. So it's down to spiky bangs or uppercut. Hold on. Let's try something. I haven't done this before, but I think there's a couple people in chat. And they have this new thing in Twitch, which is polls, native polls. Let's see what happens if I do this. Spiky bangs or uppercut. Spiky bangs, uppercut. I actually don't know what's going to happen. Allow additional votes. Bits per vote. Duration 1 minute. 1 minute. Sure. Whoever's here. Let's see what this does. Poll management. Current poll. So I'm not totally sure what you're seeing right now, but there's supposed to be a poll somewhere. I don't see it in chat. And it's probably on the broadcast as an overlay. That's my hunch. So if you can see that, give me your vote. Spiky bangs or uppercut. This one's uppercut that we see right now. Spiky bangs is this one. It's in the chat window at the top. Oh, yes, I do see it. Thank you. Spiky bangs or uppercut. And then you pull down the thing. So far, it's pretty close. 2 for Spiky Bangs, 3 for Uppercut. And time's running out. Down to the last 5 seconds. If anyone else is here. Oh, 4 for Uppercut. Alright, well that's probably going to happen then. That's what I thought. But it's interesting to know that it's not unanimous. Uppercut is not perfect. But it's a little more Riker than Spiky Bangs, so we're going to go with that. And now we have this oddly disconnected sideburn, which I'm disturbed by. That's because whoever drew the beard and whoever drew the hair didn't make them, you know, didn't try to join them together. They don't have an algorithm to join them together very well. Upper bangs. Yeah, I wish we could combine these. I wish we had more control to make it even more precisely Riker. I feel like his eyes are too far apart, and I want to move them together. Basic head scaling, skull height. We did some of these. We can come back and play with these a little bit. Oh, cheek positions. This is where you really get into what does somebody look like. How awful would it have been if Thomas Riker overrode the default Rikers transporter record when he came back, and next time default Riker tried to transport somewhere, he was all grossified. Oh my. That would be such an evil thing to do. He was in the Maquis, but that's not evil. That's just not believing in the system. Thinking the system is compromising too much. Thomas Riker is a perfectionist, an idealist. Eye size. You know what? These eyes are too small. Bigger eyes. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's get some big eyes. Or if it ended up like Schlock Mercenary, there were hundreds of Rikers across the galaxy. I don't know that story. Can you summarize Schlock Mercenary for me and tell me what you mean? Because I don't think I know it. Oh, these are not terrible eyes, but I do think that their position... Wait, what does eye position do? Is it height? Or... It's height. Okay. Probably go up a little bit with the eye height. Eye spacing, that's what I want. I want to move them a little closer together. Yeah. If they're real far apart, no. If they're pretty close together, we're getting a little closer to Riker. Are links blocked? Let's find out. Nope. If it ended, schlockmercenary.com. Okay. Oh, it's a comic strip. I see. Okay. I will look at that in more detail later. The hairline at his forehead. Spiked bangs would have worked much better. I know. The spike bangs, like, overall, it's the right shape. It's just that it's so spiky. It's hard to get past the spikes. That's why so many of us didn't go for it. I was kind of leaning towards uppercut myself, so I was relieved to see support for that. This is, like, from the back, I think this is more Riker. Sci-fi comedy drama thing, one of the storylines involves a teleporter accident that leads to hundreds of clones of a character. I mean, that makes sense. There should be hundreds of clones, hundreds of copies of everything in Star Trek, because once physical things are digital, you know, digital things are pretty easy to copy. That's how it should be. Spiky bangs. You're not wrong, Shrens Fuber. The hairline is much more believable here. This is, at a glance, a bit more Rikerish. You're starting to convince me. So uppercut, in contrast, is this mess, which is such a... It was a vote, but it's also up to me. If you have a point, I can accept. Spiky's starting to grow on me. Yeah, right, Junk? Me too. It's, at first it's like I can't get past how it's like you're trying to be so cool with the spikes. And then when I come sort of settle for this one for a while, I'm like, it is weird though. It is like a big wig. He almost got hair in his eyes. I know. Like, it's like he dyed it and messed up, and like there's like black stuff on his skin and it's just stuck there, and he's like, I look so young. And everyone's like, sure, Will. Yeah, you look okay. Great. Good job. Okay, let's live with spiky bangs for a little bit. It's a much better hairline. That's what's good about it. And it's not quite so much as before. Maybe we can fix some of the smallness of it, because it's a little small. We could fix the head shape to make that hair look bigger, possibly. Overall head size, big head. Nope, that won't do it. Width and height. Oh, he does have a tall head. Let's go tall. Oh, that's not terrible. His jaw's messed up, but with a taller head, he's getting there. Oh my gosh, yes, a keep company fun stream. I'm sorry, Pirate Walk, I don't quite understand what that means. You might have to say that another way. Did the writers ever explain why Thomas Riker was okay, but cloning was still outlawed? Cloning wasn't... Oh, cloning. Well, he wasn't a clone, genetically. He was a transporter accident cop. They just called it a clone for short. Cloning was illegal, but... and there's a whole planet of clones in TNG, but... there was... cloning was illegal because of... I don't know. Because of what happens to society when you choose all the genetics of your offspring, which is bad stuff. The transporter accident was not reproducible. It was an accident that they couldn't actually explain well enough to make it happen on purpose. I think in game when it's a little bit zoomed out, the spikes may not be this pronounced. Okay, well that's a good point. Franz Schranz Foubert, thank you for the follow. You say that. A fun stream that actually keeps people company, because company is so rare now. Oh, I see, Pirate. Yes. A keep company fun stream. Yes, that is what I wanted to do. I was like, let's just hang out and try to make Riker. I tried this once before, and it's not easy. And I thought maybe with more people it would be a little bit more fun and easier to approach. So, am I blocking him? A little bit. It's okay. As long as you can see his head. You can always zoom out a little bit. His jaw is no good. It's distracting me. Like, his beard down here is very much... It's not Riker. Riker has a very round jaw, looking at him now. Glad I put his photo up, because I can't remember. But his jawline... Let's get to the jaw. I thought I was obsessed with the nose, but now I'm obsessed with the jaw. Jaw width. Bring that jaw in. Ooh. Okay, jaw height. Oh, no, not that piece. This piece. This jaw. Chin width. Chin length. Ooh. No, he actually doesn't have a very strong chin. Not really. I'm gonna pull that in. But I'm a little disappointed in this section here. This whole sticking out thing. I mean, I have a bit of that. When I smile, you can see this, but Jonathan Frakes doesn't have that. How do I get this piece up? Mouth protrusion. That actually does look a bit like Riker's mouth. It's maybe a little more frowny than it needs to be. Mouth width. Add neck fat? You think so? You think his neck is too skinny? Is that what's happening? Add neck fat. I don't know if I can. Oh, well, that'll be body. Neck length. Neck bulk. Neck bulk. Bulk it up, Riker. Oh. Yeah, Riker's got a big neck to round out the jaw. I mean, I think we're going in a direction that's somebody, but it's not exactly Riker. Rikers kind of skinny. The goddess Lydia, hello. I've seen your name before. Welcome to my Twitch channel. We're just messing around trying to make a Riker clone. We're making Thomas Riker. No, I think that was a nice idea, but it doesn't seem to be doing it for me. It's not making his jaw look better. Basically, I want his jaw higher. I want the back of the jaw go up to just not... it's from the front. It just looks like it's hanging too low, and I don't like it. Torso, arms, hands, legs, feet. Alright, we'll come back to that. Most of that's easy. The face is the hard part. His chin is much too flat. You think he needs a better chin? Stronger chin? I kind of thought from this photo, at least, that I have of Riker, his chin isn't really that much sticking out, but maybe I'm wrong. Can give him some more chin. Chin length. Get in there, chin length. Let's get out of the way. Big chin. Yeah, like the moon. Yeah. Look at my chin. I'm Riker. Yeah, get out of my way. I'll hit you with my chin first. No, I think that's too much. But sure, I had it all the way down and that was too far. I think we could go in the middle. He's got a somewhat imposing chin. The Coolie. Welcome, the Coolie. Maybe I chose the wrong word. I thought of the shape of his chin when you look at it from the front. Oh, okay. You were saying it's too flat, like across the middle. Uh-huh. It's very much... it's a cylinder in this particular model. It's not very round on the bottom, but that's a limitation of this program, where they don't give us the nice round jaw that Riker really has. Means that roundy Canadian face. Yes, more of a V shape. Yeah, you cannot adjust everything, which is why we're gonna eventually have to settle. But we can try. So we have jaw width, and that gives us this at the extreme. Which looks okay from the side, but from the front, it's a problem. He's kind of like a fish man. And then if we go in all the way, then he gets kind of hollow-cheeked. But I think we haven't dealt with his cheeks enough. I think there's a lot that happens with the cheeks when defining what somebody looks like. So let's get to basic head scaling options and do all. Head overall size. Does he have a big head? Yes, he has a big head. Let's go big. Overall width of his head, it's not that wide. It's not that skinny. It's a little skinny. Head overall height. Why height and width are separate from size, I don't know. But I think he has kind of a tall head. That's fair. And overall depth. Third dimension of the head. Oops, that's height, sorry. Depth. How deep is Riker's head? Anyone? Never thought about it before. It's not a question I ever asked myself. I don't think it's that deep. I think it's kind of a shallow head. I think that's fair. Skull height. Ooh. See, skull height is nice for kind of pushing up that hair. Get that big do. I like that. It looks like he's got some extra body now. Like, his scalp ends close to the hairline, and then there's a good solid 1.5 inches of hair. I like that. 14.1 microkilograms. What are we measuring? I don't know what microkilograms are. Cranium slope. So his forehead is just so weak right now. I really want him to have... Oh, cranium slope. Oh my. Big brain. Look at the big brain on Riker. Yeah. I kind of want him to have a big brain. Not because he's a genius, but because that's how you make the hair look big. It's not head. That's not head. That's all puff. If you put your hand in there, it squashes flat and becomes much smaller. Like, it's really, the head is just this. It's just this. and then there's a solid inch of hair outside of it. Cranium width? Cranium width. I recognize I've gotten carried away, and his forehead is too big now. I know. I get it. I'll fix it. Cranium width? Yeah. I'm gonna go pretty big with the cranium. But the head height, maybe I overdid it. Maybe here. That's probably good. And now, the forehead slope, it's, I think it's as good as they're gonna let me get. Now let's talk about the cheekbones, because this is where his beauty comes from. Riker is a beautiful man, and he has beautiful cheekbones. And the cheekbones have numbers that do something. What do? It looks like they go left and right. They're going towards his ears, or away from his ears. So where are Riker's cheekbones? Across from his nose, in relationship to his eyes and ears. They're kind of right below his eyes, if we were drawing him. Never thought this much about somebody's cheekbones before, but I think they're all the way in, close to the eyes. Kelicam. What's Kelicam? Kelicam is... Now I have to Google it. Music's gonna stop while I switch windows. Kelicam? Sounds familiar. Is it Canadian? Kelicam. A Klingon unit of length measurement. Oh, right. I'm glad they have some units besides Earth units. Not for every planet or every civilization on every planet. They only have one language on Klingon. It's a bit simplistic. Cheek size. Alright, let's go to the extremes. So this is the middle. Cheek size small.
Only just hollowed out and has a very judgmental attitude about what you're doing today.
But if cheeks go big, he got big cheeks,
Then he doesn't really see what the problem is. He thinks everybody needs to just chill out.
Riker's cheeks... Riker is judgmental. He's not hollow-cheeked, though. He can be awfully cheeky. But does that mean he has to have big cheeks? I don't know. Is he a baby face? This isn't baby face. This is blubber, I think. Or, well, it's big jaw. It's not blubber. It's the shape of the jaw, the bones. No, I think he has a round, someone said round Canadian lower face, which we can't seem to get yet, but we'll see. Here we go. Here we go. Here, this is what I wanted. Cheek position. So, cheek position, I don't know, I don't agree with them on what the definition of the word cheek is. Junk says pull in the lip width a few millirikers, and the cheek may blend better. Scroll down to Riker. Yes, I love scroll down to Riker. Pull down the lip width. Okay, yes, his lips are too wide. You're right. But I'm very pleased to have found cheek position, and I'm pulling it all the way up, because these jowls, these Nixon jowls, these are upsetting me. And Riker has his flaws, but Nixon jowls are not among them. So his cheeks are going all the way up, and he is a sprightly man. Now we're talking about lips. You said something about his lip width. Mouth protrusion, mouth width. Here we go, mouth width. So let's get it all the way down to Zoolander. It's not bad. The little mouth, the big voice from the little mouth. Now what about the big mouth? The big mouth, we're getting into fish territory, and that's not it's not the look. It doesn't command the kind of respect that Riker demands from his crew. The tight-lipped, yes, tight-lipped, judgmental. That's not terrible. That's pretty close. This could be Riker's son. Mouth position. Is this going to be up and down? Yes. Up and down. Up and down mouth position's very important. If it's all the way up, then he's got this kind of cute little boy feeling like Tom Paris. And if it's all the way down, then he's like just generally kind of grouchy, like Worf on a bad day. And if it's in the middle, then it's pretty close. But I think, if anything... Oh, that's a tough one. Up or down with the lip? Probably down a little, but not a lot. Lip fullness. In the fullness of Rikers' lips. Ah, the fullness of Rikers' lips. Let me get a better look at you, Riker. Oh, you got nice lips, Riker, but they're not necessarily full. Fullness is not where the niceness comes from. From the photo, it looks like you don't want to fit more than 2 fingers between nose and upper lip. Between nose and upper lip. Yeah, I blew up the photo on my screen a little bit, and I'm feeling... Hold on, let me open it directly, get a better view of it. Where did I put it? I think it's in somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, Riker. Let me see you. Riker. Tell me about your lips, Riker. Tell me everything. You said you don't want to... Turning weirdly poetic. From the photo, it looks like you don't want to fit more than 2 fingers between nose and upper lip. You mean this way? I mean, nobody does, right? Is this what you're talking about? That's way too much. 1 finger mustache is pretty normal, but it's also like how thick are your fingers. You're talking about... No, between nose and upper lip. I think that's not terrible, but I think his mouth, if anything, his lips are too full. They should be a little thinner. Okay, lip fullness going down. I'm gonna get that kind of tight-lipped thing. Still sexy, but tight. Now if we go all the way, then if you get into this little like men don't have lips kind of situation. And if you go all the way up, then you're just like, just fucking kiss me already. Just like all over. Like you can't even have a conversation because you're like, wow, are those real? But he has understated lips, but piercing eyes. Piercing eyes. I'm losing myself in his eyes. Thrills me more than I expected. And I still say he's frowning too much, but that may just be the expression for this particular moment in the character's life, not necessarily the shape of their face. Beard's actually too much under the lips, but there's nothing we can do about that. Mouth protrusion. Mouth position, mouth width. You know what? Mouth width, now that I'm looking at it, like if I was going to draw Riker in this photo, the sides of his lips in this angry moment are not very much wider than his nose, his nostrils, or no, the outside of his nostrils. Is there a disposition slider? I don't think so. Oops, I didn't see who that was. Finvara, thank you for the follow. So now I think that his mouth width is too much, and we gotta bring it in. So, oh, I'm making a fatal error. I haven't done the nose yet. I'm basing things on the nose, but I haven't actually sculpted the nose. The slider goes from I'm in a lemon to I kissed peas. Let's go over that again. For those who missed it, this is I bit a lemon. Oh. Mr. Warp, fire. No, I'm sorry, this is the wrong slider. This is mouth width. We're gonna come back to mouth width. This was lip fullness we were dealing with. This is I bit a lemon, and it was not on purpose. And this is I kissed bees. And I did it on purpose because I like how it looks. I like what happens when I kiss the bees. So lip fullness has to go down. And dial up to DSLs. What? Talking about speed? I don't know. Let's do nose. Nose is everything. No, but it's important. this nose isn't terrible. It may be a little too pointy. It's not terrible. It's not totally wrong. I think the nostrils could be a little further apart, maybe. Just a little bit. So let's see the extremes. Nose width, what do we have to work with? Skinny nose, wide nose, medium nose. Riker definitely has a medium nose, the base width. Like, I have like a wide nose, and I also have a wide bridge, and I have a Sephardic or whatever hook kind of thing. But he has the Hollywood slope down slightly and straight, slightly down first, forward later. Mostly straight with kind of a nice bubble on the end. So this doesn't have the bubble, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna see what we can do. Seems like Riker has a medium nose with slightly wider nostrils than medium. I agree, Finvara. I agree with you. That's what we want. So let's say he could go. I don't want to make his nose wider. It doesn't look right. I'm gonna go right in the middle. Nose length. It's not very long. If we go long, he's lying, obviously. And if we go real short, then he doesn't really control the room the way he needs to. Like, he needs to walk into the room and be Riker because his nose came in first. People are like, oh shit, Riker's nose is here. The rest of him's coming soon. So I think maybe not quite middle, but a little bit shorter because he's got a cute nose. Nose position. Here we go. This is how you define what somebody looks like. Where's your nose, man? Now if we go down, that's not Riker. Am I right? And if we go all the way up, that's not really Riker either. But it is closer. He does have a short from top to bottom nose. So I think we're gonna go about 3/4. Your nose gives your face a direction. I'm facing this way when I kiss bees. That's right. Riker's face. This is how you do it. This is how you make holodeck characters. That's Riker. So we're getting there. We're getting closer to Riker. The height is actually, you know, if anything, the nose position. Is it position I was dealing with? Yeah. It's basically just vertical position of the nostrils. And it does have to go up a bit to be like Riker, which makes it all smaller, but shouldn't get wider. I do want him to have more of a bubble on the end. We'll see. Nose protrusion. So this is, oh, interesting. This is this is how certain species do certain things in bed. It's real exciting. But not Riker. He can't do that. He wishes he could do that. Now, in order to have a more protruding forehead, bringing his nose in does make sense. But only in as much as it looks like Riker. That's pretty good. Nostril size. So little nostrils, which isn't, I don't think it's the size of the nostril. Oh, it is the size of the nostrils. Okay. So here's little nostril Riker. Little baby nostrils. And here's big old nostrils. He's got a lot of smelling to do. Something doesn't smell right in this quadrant. I thought they were a little big before, but now I'm thinking maybe they should go medium, slightly small. One very interesting Riker feature is the overhand between the top of his nose and his forehead. You mean overhang. Between the top of his nose and his forehead. This thing, the bridge. The kind of thing that will exhaust a mountain climber just to look at. Do I have enough pitons to get pitons? To get from the nose to the forehead. Maybe the stomach can wait. I know. We can come back to the brow and see if we can fix that. When they say brow, I think they really mean the eyebrows. But I agree. He needs to have that bridge of his nose between where the brow is should go forward above the nose. Codman, I picture like a demented Animal Crossing house or a bit from LSD Dream Emulator. Just every texture is Riker's face, Reg Barkley's demented fever creation. That's that's not totally wrong totally dissimilar from what we're doing. Where's the brow? Brow position, furrow, and protrusion. Brow protrusion, if we suck it in, it goes like that. If we go all the way, it doesn't go far enough. So to get Riker-like, yeah, Neanderthal genes, to get that Neanderthal brow, maybe if we put the brow protrusion all the way up, and the brow furrow, it's a brow furrow. That's how angry he is. He's pretty angry. And the brow position is up and down. He is surprised by things, but he's also angry. So, I don't know. I guess he's a little more surprised than angry. The Neanderthal. So then we want to bring the nose in. Nose protrusion. To get that brow, maybe we pull the nose in. Now we kind of have it. I think that's it. I think that's the best we can get for the brow protrusion. And the eyes are close. They're wrong, but I'm not sure why they're wrong yet. If I just look at his eyes and his nose, I still don't see Riker. I don't know how much we can really do with the eyes, but we could try. Eyes depth. He looks tired. I mean, the photo, he looks like he's got the or maybe he's just got bulging eyeballs and they're kind of like, I don't know, his makeup is a little off for the bottom part. But what does eyes depth mean? Eyes depth. Oh, I see. How far in his skull are his eyes? I think they're pretty far forward. I don't have a side view of Riker. I have a 3/4 view. Eyes seem rotated inwards slightly too much. Is there an option to rotate the inner corners up and the outer corners down? That would be nice. I don't know. I don't think so. Eyes depth. Like when we finish, it's still gonna kind of look like that basic eye to some degree because you can't do everything you want to do. Even with all these sliders, you can't actually do the sculpting that you wish you could do. But we're gonna get as close as we can get. How deep are his eyes with these sliders? I'm tempted to say that they're pretty far forward because that would explain the bulginess that I see from his eyeballs. I want his eyes bulging forward, which doesn't make it look more like Riker, but that is what I see when I ask myself that question. I think that's okay. Brutal! Thanks for the follow. Fun fact, the Neanderthal Riker in Genesis wasn't played by Frakes, but by his stunt double. Really? I didn't know that. It looked like him. It certainly looked like him. Okay. Are his eyes still too far apart? No, they're actually pretty good. And now there's more of the texture of where his eyes and his nose meet that, pardon me while I touch my face a lot, but I'm in my home, it's not so bad. I think that's pretty accurate. The way, the depth of, like, the contours of his nose bone and where his eyes are, it's not bad. His brow, though, so we're talking about his brow. What else can we do with his brow? We made it protrude. Brow position is an up and down affair. Should probably go up a little bit. Eyes spacing, they need to be pretty close together and sticking pretty far out. Eyes position, the height of the eyes. Where did the eyes go? Down here? No. Up there? Maybe. Right in the middle. I think maybe they go up a little bit. I can't be sure, because his nose isn't that tall. He has kind of a short nose. So I don't want to put his eyes too high and mess up the apparent height of his nose. Okay. I can live with that. Now his nose looks too small. It looks too small. What can we do about that? We can give him big nostrils? No. We can make it protrude. I had it sucked in order to get that effect on his Neanderthal brow. If I stick it out... Actually, he still has the Neanderthal brow for some reason. Maybe he doesn't need to have his nose all the way stuffed into his head. But it shouldn't be too far out. It doesn't look like him. It's too far out. It should be just over his chin, just past his chin. It's okay. Sure. Nostril size, nose position. So now that we've done the eyes a little more, we could move the nose up and down. I think I want his nose pretty high because I think it's short. Got a short height of a nose. And now that I think his nose is pretty much settled, might be a little too thin. There we go. A little wider. Okay. No, too much. Then we can look at the distance between his nose and his lips. And we can move his mouth. His mouth is now too low. Bring it up. Let's see your mouth. See your mouth, Riker. Yeah, a little sneer up there. That's right. That's right. He's got that big chin and a little space there. I mean, it's not that little. But yeah, kind of like that. Now his mouth is, honestly, now that I've done his nose, this mouth is still too wide, and we can only go down to here. This is how wide it can get, for contrast, by these rules. But bringing it in here, I would take it in just a smidge further than this, and I can't. So I'm going to take it to 0, and that's going to be my Riker's mouth. Mouth protrusion. Oh, this is about his teeth. What kind of teeth does the man have? Oh, is he always ready to kiss? Always ready to kiss? Ready to kiss everybody who comes in the room? Maybe. Thank you for the follow, Walda. I don't think his mouth goes all the way in. His mouth protrusion. I don't think it's hanging back, waiting. I think it's ready. Certainly ready for a kiss. When needed. He's not going to hesitate about it. But I don't think it's actually eager. I think it just needs to be pretty much in the middle. Mouth corner position. Oh, I don't think we've dealt with this one before. Hey, we got the smile. He's got half a smile. What a happy guy. Yeah, Riker's not that happy. But he's not that sad either. He hasn't had like a terrible day. And he isn't like bright and cheery. But he is flirtatious. And he's also like rude as fuck. So I think here. That's charming. Without being desperate. Right here. 3/4. 3/4 smile. Jaw width. We did a little bit of this already, but let's just tinker with it now that we have some of this other stuff. Yeah, jaw width has to go in. Because if he's got the big jaw, I don't know what that is, but it's not any Riker I've ever seen. That's got to go in pretty far. Jaw height. That's jaw height. Zager said, I wonder if using a beardless photo would help at all to define his chin and jaw better. You're not wrong, in principle. If we go beardless, though, we're also getting him younger. He has the bestest smile skill. If we go beardless, we're getting him younger, and some things change about just how he looks. But you're right, the general shape of his face should be pretty much the same. Tricky to decide. Well, what if we take off his beard for a moment, just to see if it still looks like Riker at all? I mean, we don't have a photo. Guess we could get early Riker photo. What was that? Riker. William Riker. There he is. Hold on. Let's what would be how would you search for that? William Riker, no beard. Or season 1. Yeah, no beard works. But that's just him with a big stupid smile. Doesn't really work. What about this one? Ooh, interesting. Save this one. No beard. In here. Okay, let me show you what I found. Image. No beard. Nope. Where is it? I just saved it in here. Didn't I? I thought I did. Sorry. Search in here for no beard. Okay. So here's Season 1 Riker. And based on that, we can make a few decisions about his head, his skull. Like what's going on with his chin? Insurrection. Oh, Insurrection? Does he have no beard in Insurrection, but he's older? Let's see. I mean, his face hasn't changed that much, but Riker Insurrection. I don't remember. I only saw it once or twice. Oh yeah, right. Data's touching his face. Smooth as a baby's bottom. An android's bottom. That is not the look I'm looking for. This is a sad Riker. If someone finds a good one, please post it. Please post a link. I'm not seeing very good ones. Let's try Google. Riker Insurrection. Hey, it's Delaney. How are you, Delaney? It is a Joe stream. I know it's been a long time. I have had some things happening that have made it hard to stream. But first stream is the hardest one. So I'm like, all right, just do it. So do I want him looking really, really bummed out, or really kind of smiley, or I don't know. None of these pictures are very neutral. They're all very active, doing things. Hey, it's been a fucking busy life over here. I know, a little, just more than enough. Glad to see you're still in the world, though. Thank you, Delaney. Yes, my father passed away this year, and my friend passed away a week ago, and it's been a time. But I have been thinking about doing a Build Riker stream for a long time. I was like, let's just do a Build Riker stream. It's chill. Let's just make a Riker. Make a Riker doll. I don't see anything from Insurrection. He is older, so he's got bigger jowls. But I don't know that we need to take that too much. Oh, that's interesting, though. Because when you're older, you get bigger jowls. And he's done that. And that's part of the whole Nixon thing. Let's save this. And put it here. Jowls. Okay, jowls. Let's add more Riker. More Rikers. So many Rikers. So this is what I call Jowls Riker. And I put him in this folder. Okay. So Jowls tells us, oh, I didn't realize I've been foolishly hiding too much of the good stuff. I apologize. Jowls tells us that when he got older, William Riker got a little bit of this stuff here. This stuff started to fall. And he turned into Nixon a little bit. Nice text-to-speech widget. Thank you. This is webcaptioner.com. It is okay. It is better than nothing. Probably. Except if it makes a really bad mistake. I'm sure that it makes some doozies here and there. Let me tinker with this to fix it up a little bit, to be practical about what fits on the screen. Crop this down, and this side, because we only need the face at this point. Okay, so here's a nice Riker. Let's crop some more of these. If somebody has a better one, let me know. But I think these are okay. We're gonna do like 500 over here. Nope, that's too much. 300, and on the right we'll do 100. Okay. So here is young, hot Riker. And here, if we crop gels to about 400 and about 200, then we can fit some more stuff on the screen and see what we're doing. Great. How many real people have you made? 0. I have no children. I have never done this before. I have only just when I saw the interface, I was like, I wonder if you can make Riker. I was like, yeah, let's make Riker. Anyway, can't stay, feeling kind of blah. I need to actually lie down. Okay, Dalinan, thank you for coming by and saying hi. Was putting off a moment, saw you're doing this. Want to pop in and say hey. Keep rocking the world as best you can, mate. Don't forget your water. Thank you. Pet Amethyst or Nibbler. Thank you. The cats have been welcomed back in because the mask making in the sewing machine realm of the other room has paused. Thank you very much, Delaney, for coming in and saying nice things. I appreciate it. Come on back when you feel better, if you would like. Always nice to see you. So I'm calling these above here. I'm calling this is season 1 Riker. This is Giles over there, and all the way over there we got classic Riker. That's classic Riker. Once he gets the beard, he becomes the quintessential Riker, and then he starts to age. So what I'm hoping for is quintessential Riker. But now that we have these examples of different phases of his life, with and without a beard, we can take the beard off, because we know what kind of beard it is, as somebody recommended earlier. And I think that's mouth accessory here. None. So now we see we've done terrible things. Once he shaves, his whole head is messed up. So you were right. We had to do that. I feel like we're missing the ultimate form Star Trek Picard version Riker. I mean, that's old man Riker. Do we have to old man Riker? Oh god, what have I done? This is so wrong. What's happening to his mouth? I apologize. I'm sorry, Jonathan Frakes. Jonathan Frakes follows Riker Googling, and and I have some software I wrote that is tweeting these, occasionally tweeting screenshots of these, and then retweeting them from Riker Googling. So there's a non-zero chance that Jonathan Frakes might see this if he's looking at Twitter today. So Jonathan, I'm sorry. And also the text below my head may actually spell out my apology if it gets it at just the right moment to get the screenshot. Okay. Thank you for the suggestion of removing the beard. It was very important. Thank you for following Windex. What do we do? We gotta fix the mouth. The mouth's not good. It's not good at all. Okay. So it turns out that he is not a little boy. Thank you for the follow, Mantis friend Zorak. Oh, I love Zorak. I know who you are. I mean, I don't know who you are. I know who you're basing your name on. Zorak's hilarious. So even when he was a little boy, Riker was not a little boy, as you can see. Even when he was a young commander, he had a mouth in the proper part of his head. So we're gonna move the mouth down. I moved it up because, I don't know, I had my reasons. It made sense at the time with the beard. Oh man, is his lower head really that big? What have I done? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel like Doctor Who. So sorry. His chin. His jaw height. His jaw height has to... Oh, his jaw height. Oh, I don't know. Now I don't know. This is hard. But yeah, without the beard, there's a lot more information about how long parts of his skin are. Let's move his mouth up a little. And now his chin looks very interesting when you take away the beard. It's totally different. Now I feel like his chin length does need to do something. What I really want is this divot. I want it to go, the mouth sticks out, mouth protrusion, and then the chin has this deep divot, and then it has this popping out part. Chin length. Oh no, that's the wrong direction. I've done some people you can get close to looking right. Well, that's cool. I mean, we're gonna try. I'm trying. Mouth protrusion. It doesn't have everything you want. Doesn't have every little detail controllable. That's a little closer to accurate. But I think that the width, it depends on what he's doing with his mouth. I mean, anybody can like make their mouth wide, make their mouth narrow. I think in the first picture I was doing, with the one with the beard here, his mouth is very neutral, and that makes it small. So I just thought it should be small, because I was trying to draw him in relationship to his lips in relationship to his nose. But now I'm not so sure. Maybe his mouth width should be kind of a little closer to medium. Because that young Riker, that mouth is a little more medium. And when he's saying the sound ah or eh, it's even wider, of course. So maybe bump it up a little bit like that. And now that's a little more handsome than what I was doing to him before. So now if we put the beard back on, imagine this is a painful process for the STO character. Come right in, doctor. The doctor will see you. We're just going to move your mouth and your lips and your nostrils. It won't hurt. The way his eyes keep shifting around the whole time, like he's nervous of what you're gonna do next. Why do you keep moving my bones? My bones are fine the way they are. Stop moving my bones. Sir, we're just trying to make you more handsome. There's no one more handsome than Jonathan Frakes, and we're trying to make you look like Jonathan Frakes. So please, sir. Professionals, we know what we're doing. We have no idea what we're doing. Where's my beard? Can't scroll. Beard. I'm thinking of hair. There's not that many beards. I forgot. Let's give him the epic beard for a few minutes and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It goes down to his chest hair. It merges with the chest hair. If he took his shirt off, you wouldn't know where the chest hair begins. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Somebody follow. Thank you for the follow. Admiral Riker. Yeah, this is Commodore Riker. Admiral Riker is this is Admiral Riker. Full trim, I think, is the closest to Classic Riker. Honestly, Classic Riker has more of a neckbeard, but there's no neckbeard option here. Brooklyn Riker. The suggestion there's no one more handsome than Jonathan Frakes denies the existence of Idris Elba. Okay, you're right. I had tunnel vision. I was looking at Jonathan Frakes and I wasn't thinking about Idris Elba, but you're right. Absolutely right. Brooklyn Riker. Like he's got a tribble glued to his chin. Oh, the big one, yeah. Yeah, that's not even a beard. It's just a strange alien creature that he found on a planet. I wish I could get his beard darker, but it won't let me. They just have their rules about beards, about color. Beards can be. I guess that's gonna be it. All right. So his forehead's not too bad. His overall head looks a little squashed now. I think we gotta stretch it out a little bit. Figure out how to duplicate the transporter accident. You're missing an important part of STO. The captain can be Riker, and you can have a bridge crew full of variously aged Rikers. We'll have to screenshot these settings so I can do it over again. Oh, I can't screenshot while I'm doing that. What if I click over here? Now I can screenshot. Because I don't even know these settings. It's rough. I can't screenshot and play music at the same time, but I can screenshot a few. It's funny, I can use the mouse to scroll without actually focusing the game. I just want to save these settings in case I do want to make a ship full of Rikers. You know, it wouldn't be the first time there was a bunch of Rikers on a starship. It would just be the next time. It would just be a few more Rikers. So many Rikers. The trouble with Rikers. Okay, the only thing I can think of, like taking a step back and looking at what I have and what the photos show me, is, you know, we're not going to get perfect with every feature because they don't have controls for every feature to that level of specificity. But the main thing is that it's too squashed this way and it needs to stretch out. So let's try a fistful of Rikers. Yeah, it's true on the holodeck. Could all be Riker. Would make perfect sense. Basic head. Head height overall. Tall head. Give me your tall head. That's closer. That's a lot closer. It's still weird. It's still a very square jaw, but we can't really get around that. He's just square. That's what they give us. He needs just a little bit of cheekbone protrusion. He has those nice high cheekbones that just show just a bit. Yeah. They don't let you move the cheekbones up and down. That's the problem. They let you move them left and right. And as far in as they let me go, directly below the pupils of the eyeballs, that's where I want them. So we got that. We have cheek size, which is horizontal and is not a fun adventure at all. And cheek position, which is Nixon jowls or not as much Nixon jowls, but they don't let you go very much better with this whole cheek section, this whole jaw side section. And I don't see a way to move these cheekbones out. I agree with you. They need to move up towards the eyes. But we can't. STO doesn't have it. Just don't have it. Cranium width, we want wide. Cranium slope, we want big head, because that's how you get the big hair. Big puffy hair. And head overall depth doesn't need to be very deep. He's got a very tall, thin head. Some GeForce testing. And I agree, like, as an artist, I would draw him differently than this, and it's, you know, I'd want to move some things, but eventually we have to say that's as close as this software will let us get. But I can move the eyebrows. The eyebrows are a little too low. Brow position. Move them up. Oh, can't move them very far. I'll just move them as far as I can get. Brow furrow. Maybe I've been giving Riker too much of a hard time and he's too angry. Maybe he has a soft side and is worried a lot. So maybe somewhere in between angry and worried. That's where his eyebrows live. Brow protrusion. We wish we could get more. We can't. That's all we can do. Alright. This is our Riker head. This is the Riker, the Rikeriest we can get the head. Space Agency, thank you for the follow. And we can start tweeting at the designers of Star Trek Online to say we want more detailed controls of facial construction. Perhaps if we could take some inspiration from caricature art style, start from the largest melon possible and shrink it only where required to get closer to recognizable identity. So instead of each feature as close as possible to the photos, try to find his largest features and make them gigantic first. I feel like we've gone through every slider to the point where it's hard to find how much more we're going to be able to get close to Riker, that I'm tempted to call it good enough and say this is what STO offers for Riker construction, and then see if we can add a few bells and whistles to get him a little more reminiscent of Riker. Like, can we get him an old-fashioned uniform? Oddly, no. That's strange. Odyssey. Upper body, lower body. Strange. Wouldn't you want that? Presets. This is all like DS9 and Insurrection stuff. Deepfake versus 0.01. These are not what I would have chosen. I'm surprised that they don't have uniforms that are from the show, from the Next Generation show. But that's what they wanted to do. Couldn't be a licensing thing. They licensed everything. It's just their preference. Next Generation film. I mean, he did wear that. So, sure, he's wearing it right in that picture right there. That's what he's wearing. That's something Riker wore once upon a time. I seem to recall that older fashion uniforms became available through progression. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Because they want to hold back and make you play or pay to acquire better stuff. Odyssey shirt with custom colors, perhaps? Odyssey shirt. What's Odyssey? Is that a ship? I don't remember. With custom colors? Well, I want to be quintessentially Riker here. So if we wanted to customize it, it would probably be getting further away from Riker, because this is very close to what Riker wore in the photo. In was it Insurrection? Yeah, in Insurrection. Sorry, somebody was tweeting something that confused me. Custom colors to emulate the TNG style. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So if we go red here, like cherry red, and what's this? We'll come back to the stripe, but the top we want black, and they have this thing where they don't let you pick black. It's strange. But I want this gray spot to be... It's not changing. Oh, that's the shirt. Let's change that to something approaching black. And the stripe will go near black. Is this near black? Sorta. And this is the stripe. The stripe, let's try to get towards black. But I can't seem to make the top thing... No. Rank, none or ensign. Well, ensign, I guess. Hands, bear, gloves, bear. Definitely bear. Some serious uniform bits require money, like the scans. Fair enough. Badge, Next Generation film, com badge. Motion picture. Hold on, let's get in here. Let's look at his badge. Odyssey 1. Operations insignia. Next Generation film. I guess we'll do Next Generation film. Which I can understand that that's like less popular than the show. It's not as good. But it's recognizable and it's good enough. And it's recent. So that's pretty good. We can't seem to get a black top. Even the shirt I'm physically wearing now, like I want to take my other black shirt and like cut out a thing and add black to the top of this to start making my own uniform cosplay. Although I probably need a turtleneck so I can do that collar thing. Gotta do something for the collar at some point. Hands bear, rank ensign. I am disappointed I can't change the color of the top piece, but it's a good suggestion, Zager, that you made to use custom colors to get closer to what it should look like. And we don't have the nice like diamond shaped bottom part, or the underarm black parts. That's a whole cut and style that's only available when you change the actual uniform. Lower body, pants loose, pants tight. Oh my, pants tight. Look at his tight pants. Tucked high, tucked low, loose. Loose is what we're going with. That's what I remember Riker wearing. Feet. Boot, leather, padded tight is the default. And other ones are variations on black leather boots. Boot utility, boot soft. He did wear soft shoes. He wore nice shoes. They're comfortable looking. Different shirts with this color scheme may get the look more correct with some experimentation. Different shirts. You mean this under the little thing in the middle of his collar? Oh, different shirts, not this shirt. Oh, yeah. We can try that. Boot utility, shoe odyssey. I don't think anybody's looking at these black shoes. They all look the same to me. Upper, so that's odyssey, which I like that it has the separation of the top and the bottom, and it's got a pretty dark top. And Terry's doesn't match. None of these match that style of top separate from bottom. Odyssey is the closest so far. Shirt simple. Sierra 1 is also like that, and maybe a better match. Sierra 2 is weird, looks like X-Men. Sierra 3 looks like the enemies of the X-Men. Sierra 4 and Sierra 5 just look like sequels. And Next Generation Film actually looks really good. A little much closer. Good point. Good point, Zager. That looks much better. Now it's got a black top instead of gray. Now we just need an option to change the mounting animation for when you sit in a chair. Oh, that would be sweet. Maybe we can buy that. Lower, loose, yes. Belt. Oh, let's get a belt. Leather? Actually, no. Let's get no belt, because on Next Gen, they did not wear belts. They had pants that just fit. Body. Now we haven't even dealt with the body yet. He has a generic, trim, masculine body. And I don't have pictures of Riker's body here. I got the face, because that's, how you spot a person first. But we can do some stuff with the body. Music is making wardrobe selection feel tense. Yeah, this is like world-changing stuff. Oh, thank you for the follow, Doom Crap. Another fun fact, Jonathan Frakes has a back injury, and that's why he mounts the chairs like he does. Yep. And also, you can see his back injury right like this. Just look at how he's standing. That's Jonathan Frakes. His back barely works. Poor guy. So, nice butt, though. So, neck length. Neck length. Probably a lot of these are fine, because he looks pretty good. But does he look too good? So what if he had a really short neck or a really long neck? No, I think it was probably pretty good where it was. I think it's actually, if you look at that young man picture, that's a long neck. That's a giraffe. Maybe he needs to stand above everybody else with his big old neck. Neck bulk. So art teachers tell you that the neck is as wide as your head generally, but it varies a little bit. But that's not like a skinny little thing like in a cartoon. Real necks are kind of like just inside of the jaw and the ear. But this guy, that looks pretty good with what we have. But we could go not that bulky, Don't let the neck fool you. Remember, you're using the DS9 shirt, which you've got to pick up right there. You mean... Oh, you mean the cloth? Oh. You're right. I am. The cloth is all the way up the neck. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's just shirt. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the neck bulk, I think, is not going to be a ton. He's not a meathead. Looks a bit Cardassian, yeah. Alright, let's bring his giant neck down. Down to human proportions. Torso bulk. Tell me about your torso, Riker. Is it gigantic or scrawny? No. It's impressive, but not ostentatious. Torso length. Are you a tall fella, Riker? Or a squat chump? You are... Oh yeah. Get into it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me move something out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. You know what? Let's just hide that for now. Don't have room for everything. Don't have room. Okay. Let's stick this over here. Okay. How tall is Riker? He's tall. Am I right? He's tall. Oh crap. I just resized the window and ruined everything. Let me just fix that. Proportions of the window are going all over the place. Where is it? Get back here. No. That's not right. Is that right? That's fine. Okay. So the taller than Lore and also taller than Data. Well, I mean, aren't Lore and Data the same height? Isn't that the point? Tall enough and wide enough that he has to kneel against the consoles just to fit in frame. Is that why he did it? I thought it was for his back. Accordion Riker. Yeah, let's accordion this guy. Where do you belong? Where do you sit? Do you sit in the front of the audience? The back of the audience? I think you're a tall person. Shoulder width. His legs go all the way to the ground. Oh yeah. Shoulder width. There's a lot of shoulder pads in Star Trek. And I don't know. Don't know if Riker's into the shoulder pads. Maybe a little bit. He's a little bit of a meathead. Not a lot. But he's into the Anbo Jitsu. And he goes and fights a bit. And Astis Heidi once said, "Thank you, I am 6'4". Yeah, I think he's a tall fella. Torso length, he can get another inch for that. Shoulder width. He's not that broad-shouldered, but he's a little bit. He's quite a bear. Alright, let's bear him up. Shoulder bulk. Big shoulders. Oh my. I wish. And I wish I could just do it. I wish I could be like, I want some shoulder bulk. Go. And it would just do this. It would just be like, oh, you haven't worked out in 6 years? Like, well, here you go. Here's your Hulk suit. There you go. No, he's not a bodybuilder. He's just a fit man. Chest size. I mean, that's turning into a bit of a Riker. He's a bit of a Riker, this guy that we have. Chest size. Okay, it's up at 50. If we take it down, then he's Wesley. And if we go big, then he's getting towards Worf. But he's Riker. It's about there. That was about right. Chest depth. How deep is your chest, Riker? Is it sad? Collapsed?
Is it puffed out? 'Cause you do so many push-ups?
No. He does a few. Like that. He does the standard commander level expected amount for a Starfleet commander. Ribs size. Now, I'm glad they have this, because this guy, his ribs look a little spindly. I feel like Riker has a little more going on in that part of his body. So this is if there's a pulsating alien inside of his chest. That's what it looks like. And I think it needs to go up about there. He's a meaty fella, in a good way. Waist size. He's not this skinny. This is like me in high school, and this is me in college. It won't go to me now. They don't have that setting. People are not that unfit in Starfleet. Waist size. He's gonna go up a little bit to there. Stomach size. Oh, look at how flat his stomach is. Good for you, Riker. In? Oh no. What did you do? Oh no. Yee. What's in there? That's not even round. It's like you stole something and you're trying not to get noticed. Like you took like a TV and just put it in his pants. Synthale. Too much synthale. Reminding me of one of the alien parasites taking over. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when the neck starts doing this. But it turns out the alien is in the chest down here, and they have to blow him up just to get access, and then blow him up a second time. One Weasley admin at Heart headquarters. Nobody turned out to be hostile. Hosting the parasite queen. Too many pizzas. Yeah. He does not need a gut. He's not an admiral. He's a commander. The Jamarahone. No, Jamarahone is the sex act. The object is the Horgon. That's what we're going to try to buy if the game lets you go there. Stomach size. Yeah, this is like he stole like a couple of Horgons and just stuffed them into his uniform. Like, oh no, it's just pizza. All right. Looking at him a little bit of a dad bod. The parasites are in the game. Oh, good. Hello, Mira Lelian. It's late and I'm drunk. Perfect. This is the perfect place to be if it's late and you're a bit drunk. Hips depth. I don't know what that means, but let's find out. If you have low hip depth, it looks like this. High hip depth, it's a subtle difference. We're looking at his hips. Everyone look at his hips. They're pulsating. I think what they're talking about here is what I refer to as the ass. They're calling it hips, but it's the booty. This is a booty slider, and we're deciding on his booty. And they're underselling the importance of this slider by using the word hips, when, like, what's more important about when defining not only emulating Riker, but making your character in a role-playing game? How big is your booty? It's important. I think Riker has a manly, not too big, but nice booty. So I'm not going to go all the way. It's not poppin'. It's just a little bit of a bubble. For his fitting, it's just Odo slathered all over him, shapeshifting. Oh, well, that's right. This is that makes sense. That's who could accomplish what we're doing right now. Especially when we're like, Odo, can I see the booty? Small, please. Now big. Small again. Bigger. Turn to the side. Small again. Bigger. Small again. Bigger. And he's like, excuse me, is this arousing you? I'm not comfortable with that. It's like, I'm sorry, Odo. Okay. I didn't mean that. Do we have an odometer? Oh. His hips are behind your think melon. We have to imagine what the pulsating may be. Arm's length. How long are your arms? Are they average length? Are they short? Are they long? Well, when he de-evolved into a monkey, they got longer. But in his everyday life, I have no idea. I think they're You know what? I'm going to say they're just a little bit short, because I don't know. Arms bulk. Again, me in high school. Not me now. Actually, me now. My arms haven't changed. They're still sticks. His arms are exactly the distance between his shoulder and Q's jaw. Nice. Did he ever punch Q? I thought only Ben Sisko punched Q. He wanted to punch Q. I don't think anybody else ever did. Arms bulk. Sure, you can have some bulk, Riker. I don't want to make him too much of a meathead, though. I actually feel like his arms are too long now. Upper arms bulk and lower arms bulk. Boom! Whoa, what's that? I was expecting biceps. What is this? This is so weird. Is that supposed to be a bicep? It's too low. Dude, there's like a pulsating worm in your arm. Are you like... This like they put the Trill symbiont into Riker, but they put it into his arm, and it's like, I'm supposed to be in the belly, let me out. Alright, that's gross. His arms are exactly the distance. Oh, sorry, that's the same message. Lower arms bulk. Oh, the Popeye effect. This is, I mean, let's be honest, this is how much the dude masturbates. And he's not shy about that. There's literally an episode about it. So he's gonna get a little bit of a Popeye arm to commemorate I'll be in Holodeck 4. Which does not give you biceps, but it does give you this. It gives you Popeye. So he's gonna get a little bit of that. Deja and Boo's jaw. What? Legs. No, hand. Hand scaling options. You know what they say about the size of a man's hands? Hand size. Ugh. I don't know. Everything's uncomfortable now. I don't want them to be scary. Hands bulk. What? Does the dude have bulky hands? I never thought about it. Sure. Hands bulk. Fingers length. Yeah, fingers length is... You know Riker has pretty long fingers. You know he does. He's got to. You know what I mean? He has to pay extra for gloves, that's right. Gotta get them custom made. Legs scaling. Okay. Legs. How long are your legs? He's a tall man. He's not an NBA player. He's tall. Like this. Leg bulk. For tall legs, he's gonna have a little more bulk. He's gonna have some meat on those legs. Yes. And upper leg bulk. Again, this is turning into, like, who is this guy? He's like Worf now. You know, you gotta leave some room for Worf. You gotta leave some room for some actual bodybuilders to build their body. I think that's about right. Feet scaling. How big are your feet? Sure. Feet width. Nope, he's got skinny feet. I've decided. Feet height. Oh, the work they put into this, instead of putting it into moving parts of the face around that we care more about. Okay, he's got shoes. Then, we did uniform. We did head. I think we did as much as we could do. I think this is Riker. This is STO Riker. And we're not gonna ruin it all by hitting random on stuff. Hair shininess. I didn't even notice hair shininess. I see no difference. Is this about the beard? No. I don't know. Okay. That is as close as I can figure out how to get to Riker. Now it still looks fundamentally similar to what we started with the, like, who this person is, what the eyes, nose, and mouth are doing here, and we can't change the nature of the eyes. But, I think, can we? Ears, eyebrows, eyes. Eyes, humanoid. There's only 3 kind of eyes. Humanoid, narrow, and small iris. And that's not even the eyes. That's the eyeballs. It's just the iris part. It's not even the shape of the eyelid, unfortunately. There's head type, but we've been through that. There weren't very many. Leave some room for warp is the Enterprise D middle school prom version of leave some room for Jesus when you're dancing, except Jesus won't throw freshmen across the room. I know they say he won't. My big brother's words had happened 2 years ago. Jesus might throw people across the room. We don't know. Okay. This is Riker. Captain's name. Riker. Formal name. Optional. Do I want to go William T. Riker, Thomas Riker, Riker Googling? I kind of want to make, like, Starship Googling? I don't know. Captain name. Riker. Can I change my name later? I don't know. Names are hard. William. What is his middle name? Tiberius? No, that's James T. Kirk. William Riker's middle name. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? William Riker's middle name. William Thomas Riker. Of course it's Thomas, thank you. I knew that. Thomas. Ship name, USS Suchow? No. So I want the USS Google. That's what I want. Am I the captain? No, I'm a cadet. The captain name. Wait, what's happening? Captain name. Not my name. Starfleet Tactical Officer, Cadet, human male. Am I making my name? Or the name of the captain of my ship? Name changing costs money. Might have 1 free token, can't remember. The Google. But am I naming myself? Or am I naming somebody else? You are the captain, you start as a cadet. How can you be the captain and be the cadet? Is the ship something you made in your garage? Okay. So if I'm the captain, I will call him Riker. And let's just go all the way. Let's just copy one of the most famous characters in television history. William Thomas Riker. Which I'm sure there are hundreds of other people with this name in the game. You'll be the captain before long, William the Google. Oh, I see. The Google. Well, I want the ship name to be Googling, and I was almost going to tweet that, and then I was like, well, I don't want someone to take that if it's got to be unique. I don't know. You're naming this character. Okay, thank you. Captain name, Riker. Formal name, optional, William Thomas Riker. Yeah. Yep. Riker on the USS Google. That's what I want. 1 word name. Let's go. Let's hit some space. Let's go to Ryza. Experience first contact. Live April 2nd, April 23rd. Travel back in time with 7. Oops, can't read anymore. Windows Defender Firewall wants to do stuff. It can do stuff. Go ahead.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign.
Hold on. Oh, crap. I'm trying to hide some Rikers.
Quadrant.
Sorry.
I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory.
Yep.
Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade.
Oyani, thank you for the follow.
Only in battle.
Oh, crap. Oops, Escape did the wrong thing.
Today is graduation day, and you soon will be embarking on your training cruise, where the bulk of the ship is manned by cadets like yourself.
The tutorial will introduce you to the
Tutorial
basic
will
controls,
introduce you to the
including
basic
movement, combat,
controls
and
of Star
interaction.
Trek Online, including including movement,
Yeah.
combat, and interacting with.
Let's go. Let's go! So that's camera control, is the mouse. Why do I have a blue shirt when I asked
To
for a red?
move, use the W, A, S, and D keys.
Okay.
To look around, hold down the right mouse button. People you can interact with have icons above their heads. You
I
can
think
press the
Flores
interaction
really wants me to
key,
talk to
default
her.
F, to talk with them.
Use, what to talk with them? Step forward, left, back. Oh my. Wow. I'm very rude. I'm about to talk to someone, and then suddenly, double backflip. Okay, click it.
Finally,
Cadet's
I was
uniform, yeah.
beginning to think you forgot what today was.
I almost forgot. How could I?
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics final.
Okay, I'll talk to him next. He's got a thing above his head. Let's go! Let's run with shift key. Okay, alien dude. Raskill. My man.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you.
Renaming
I
ship
hope
is
Starfleet
free now.
recognizes all
That's
you've
good,
done
thank
to lead our class. What ship did you get?
I haven't received my assignment.
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavrel. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the
Everyone
pathway.
wants to talk to me. I'm so important in this game. It's great. It's like I'm the chosen one. I bet other players don't get this experience. Okay, Tavrel. Are you
Greetings.
okay? Yes, you have an apostrophe. Raskill said you had something to tell me.
It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics
Oh, just
final.
those terrible
I
allergies.
was willing to
Poor
accept
guy.
my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second
It's
attempt,
the 0.8 that
well
I'm proud
within
of.
my
I'm
standard
really-
norms.
I'm
Now I am
hoping for more than
qualified to
12.
serve as both a science officer and a communications officer.
Wow. Two things? How can you be
Morik
two
would like to
things?
see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path.
Oh, okay.
Lip,
Your mini-map
Sorry, I
shows
cut you
where
off,
your
but,
objectives are. An arrow
whatever.
will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Well, let's go there. I'm supposed to find somebody else to talk to. I love talking to people. It's great. It's the best. Hello. Hi, Morak.
There you are. Getting excited yet?
Man.
Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns.
Yeah.
The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Thanks. Okay, what is this species called? Anyone? Anyone in chat? What is this species? Wesley hung out with them. He was cool. No, not a Bolian. Bolians don't have all this fish stuff coming down here. Benzite, that's it. Thank you, Zadier. Benzite. I think, didn't they usually have like a gaseous thing coming up in the face to breathe in some better air? I guess they fixed that problem. Am I supposed to talk to you some more? Thought I did. We're talking more.
There you are. Getting excited yet?
No.
Once we finish our training cruise,
Already did that. You said all that. You sound a little bit disturbed when you do that. When you repeat yourself verbatim with an entire paragraph. Don't benzites have a face apparatus? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, look at me run. So into it. Did I make his torso too long and his legs too short? Or is that just the camera angle? Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I guess I'm supposed to go inside. That would have made more sense. I think I need these pop-ups to go bye-bye now, because now I know how to do that. Press right to drag to look around. Press right, right drag. Seems to be the same as left drag, but okay. Your minimap shows where your objectives are. Yep. You got it. Let's go in here. I did do this once years ago, but I think they've changed it. Maybe. Hello? I'm supposed to come here and talk to someone. How do I get in? Hello? No face apparatus costume part, sadly. Oh, it's an option. Talk to Lieutenant Farah. Oh, there you are. It's Acacian. Hello, kitty. Hi.
Good afternoon, Cadet.
Hi, kitty.
What can I do for you?
Can I pet your head? Is that rude? Is that racist? Can I not pet your head? Just, you look like a cat. On my planet, we have these little cats. They're really cute. Smurf, thank you for the follow. A stank flower? I didn't see the stank flower. I was too focused on the Catman. Is this where I get my training cruise assignment?
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
My name, you may have heard of me. William Thomas Riker.
Let's see. Interesting.
Yes.
Report to Captain Taggart.
It's my real name.
He's
I
in
promise.
the office behind me.
Is there a
You're
problem?
going to have to ask him.
Bad kitty.
Objects you can interact with have a glow around them. Press F to interact with a doorbell to notify Captain Taggart of your presence.
What? What doorbell? This one? Oh, F.
Come.
Yes, sir. Vulcan? Got the eyebrows. Hi.
Cadet.
Catman and Stankflower is one of my favorite 70s buddy comedies. You asked to see me,
I did.
sir?
I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Excuse me, sir, but what species are you? I'm confused. Is that cosmetic? Or are you... What are you? Is that rude? Sorry.
I'm just
Thank you,
looking at
Captain.
your final test scores, but I don't
Cindy?
see your results for the
Which
Advanced
one?
Phaser Training Program.
Oh, finally a choice. I know that program is advised for tactical officers, sir, but I thought I had more time to take it. Or many of my classmates didn't take the test either, Captain. Is that an issue? Yeah.
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions.
Did you say senior
I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here
Oh
at the Academy.
my god. I can't
If you
believe
complete
it's
that
happening.
program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
Your tactical officer, sir? Who is that?
Another fine cadet like yourself.
Oh, good.
Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her
Peter
record has a
Gallagher,
few
right?
blemishes.
An eyebrowing.
Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will
Denobulin?
settle down and become a
Could
fine
be.
officer someday.
That's possible. Denobulin just a bunch of ridges up here and big eyebrows? I don't remember. Did the Denobulins have some cheek stuff? Or is it all forehead? I don't know. Peter Gallagher, eh?
I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the
Captain
quad.
Mask Taggart.
Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll
is
see you
a
when you're
mask.
finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
As opposed to a femme. Yes, sir. Flores. Ooh, I even saluted automatically. Good for me. It's so ingrained in me, I didn't even have to press a button to do it. Bye, Catman. Flores. We talked to Flores already. We'll talk to her again. Is this Flores? Yeah. Hi.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Captain Taggart says he wants me on the senior staff, but I have to pass advanced phaser training first. I'm gonna be so good at it.
You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit.
What?
Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program.
Don't shame me. I was busy. Jeez.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the
I'm worried,
holodeck
I'm
and set
just
it up.
insulted. Lead the way.
Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship.
Yeah, why is that? Maybe he liked that project we did. Ooh, hi, cat lady. Talk to you later.
Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I
No.
never seem to spot them.
I'm still thinking about cat lady.
I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
To sprint, tap the shift key while
Whoopi's a
moving.
hologram?
Last one of the
Why is he
console
a
buys the
hologram?
first round tonight.
'Cause he's dead. Oh! You didn't tell me we were starting. You can't just take off. Whoa. Hey,
Setting up the training program now.
okay.
I hope holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
I don't believe in luck. Have any advice for me? I want to pass this, or I'll need a phaser. Nope. I'll need a
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Let's go.
Press the V key to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you
Give me my
toward your
gun.
nearest objective.
Sprint, press shift while moving. Yeah, I figured that out. Where am I going? Going... Forget you, Flores. I'm going straight in. Get me my phaser. Wait, where is my phaser? Get pistol. Oh, it's shiny.
The pistol has been automatically equipped.
Oh, look at all this stuff. So much stuff. Mental discipline. Oh, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Small hypo. Palm strike. Martial arts strike. And can't do these yet. Stun beam setting and beam setting. But I do have phaser beam pistol, stun beam, standard issue, switch weapons, holster, and draw weapon. Aha! Frakes, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Googling. Its continuing mission to search strange new terms, to seek out new articles and new diversions, to go boldly where no man has gone without an incognito tab before. Well done, Finbar. Very well written. Perfect. Yes, we're going to find questionable websites on planets no one has ever searched on before. Tugging the incognito apart. Move to the center of the room. Okay. Pistol has been equipped. Is it, though? Holster and draw. Aha. How do you holster and draw with the keyboard? You don't? How about one? How about no? The direction of your objective. Press V to scan the area. V to scan. Aha. Begin program. Yes! I have moved to the center of the room. I have pressed V to scan the area. My objective is in front of me. My pistol has been equipped. Yes, thank you. Why is everything cloudy with pink stuff?
In combat, right-click on a target to fire your weapon.
Right-click. And is it supposed to be... Ay-yi-yi-yi-yi! Ay-yi-yi! Okay, the Klingon shot me, but I managed to kill him because I'm a player character and have more hit points. Yay! Okay, we'll just kill Klingons because they're not our allies or anything.
Are disabled. Once you drop out of combat, more detail about ground combat will become available.
What's with this pink overlay? Is that because it's a hologram? H. Hello, C. Justin. Exit simulation. Yeah, really? Learn more about ground combat. A little bit.
Targeting. Lesson 1 of 6.
Ugh.
Targeting can be accomplished via the tab key, which
Tab
targets
key.
the next nearest enemy in your current field of view, or by left-clicking the entity you wish to target. Next lesson, primary attack.
Tab key to select the next person. Touch target. Left-click the entity you wish to target. And right to shoot them. Klingon ships are smoky. Is that what this is? I just thought there was like, I don't know, a red filter on something. Further instructions.
Primary attack. Lesson 2 of 6. Your primary attack defaults to the 1 key on your keyboard.
Yes,
or
the 1 key.
right-click your currently targeted enemy with the mouse.
Okay.
This will fire the basic shot of your weapon with a very short
Haze of the
cooldown
blood of
before
their
you can
enemies.
fire again.
There's blood in my
Primary
eyes.
attacks are just that.
H,
The
holster
most
weapons.
primary
Oh, thank
attack
you.
with your weapon
Thank you.
and should be executed as often as
Thank you, C.
possible.
Justin.
Next subject, secondary attacks.
Primary attacks, the most primary attack. Yes, okay. Klingon starships used to be smoky. Now they're all vape instead. Slightly healthier and smells better. Is it healthier? Maybe. Or does it kill you more? Maybe.
Secondary attack. Lesson 3 of 6. Your secondary attack defaults to the 2 key on your keyboard. This will fire the special mode of your weapon. These vary by weapon types and can include multiple target and area of effect attacks.
Sure.
These attacks generally have a cooldown before they can be executed again, and include either the expose or exploit properties. Next subject,
Sure.
expose. Lesson 4
1
of
key is
6.
easier. Yeah, that does
Many
sound
secondary
easier.
attacks and other abilities
DJ
can place
Jones.
the exposed condition onto your target. Exposed enemies have an icon placed over them and are easier to hit and take more damage than normal. In addition, they are subject to additional effects from exploit attacks.
Next.
Exploit. Lesson 5 of 6. Many weapons have the exploit property on their secondary attacks. These properties take advantage of targets that have been exposed to deal massive damage. When you are carrying an exploit
first you
weapon,
expose, then you
be on the
exploit.
lookout for any exposed targets.
Somehow.
Hitting them with exploit attacks can take them out of the fight completely.
I guess that
Just
means,
one
like,
hit.
disarm them or
Next
take out their
subject,
shield thing,
flanking.
whatever, and then shoot them real bad or something. Exposed enemies have an icon placed over their head, and they catch a chill if they don't find a blanket or something else to cover up. Well said, Finbar. Well said. That's what I get out of this.
Flanking. Lesson 6 of 6.
Flanking.
Targets who are attacked from the sides or rear are considered flanked. When a target is hit from a flank position, they take more damage. This applies to you as well. You want to make sure you never expose a flank to the enemy, but if you can flank your enemies, you will do increased damage.
Okay, I'm just going to take a second to note that this writing no longer sounds like something the computer would say. They're using the computer's voice to teach you the video game rules, but now they're writing in more colloquial, advice-giving ways that don't sound like what a computer would say on Star Trek. That's all. That's all I want to say. Exit simulation, or do I have a goal or something? Learn more about ground combat. No, I guess I'm done. Yay, I did it. I killed some imaginary people. Good for me. H to holster your weapon. In combat, press right-click on a target to fire your weapon.
Well done, Cadet.
Thank
You're
you.
not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Hey, I just kill, man. That's what I do. Thank you, Captain. Do you have an assignment for me now, please?
Absolutely.
Great.
I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I heard Wana from the computer, which caught me off guard. Yeah. Like, imagine Majel Roddenberry's voice as the computer being like, so what you're gonna wanna do? I'm like, computer, you okay?
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, Cadet.
Oh my god, oh my god,
You
oh my
have
god.
a promising career ahead
all
of you
happening.
in Starfleet.
I'm first officer. It's what I've always wanted. Thank you, sir. It will be an honor serving with you. Hey, Flores.
First officer, way to go.
Yeah.
Just a little jealous, I'll admit.
Yeah.
At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
What can I say? The captain sees greatness in me, or I think you should just start referring to me as sir. We're not friends anymore. It's a lot of pressure. I hope I'm up to it. The second one's such a
Don't let
dick
it go to
move.
your head, buddy.
I won't.
You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is
I killed
waiting
some
there for the
imaginary people.
ceremonial
Welcome to video
send-off
games,
toast.
except for the ones where you don't kill people. But in this one, I killed imaginary people that are imaginary even to the other people in the imaginary world. It's imaginaryception.
Your objective locations can also be found on your compass, as well as your mini-map.
I'm so used to ignoring that
Now
voice.
hear this. All cadets report to Shuttle Bay to prepare for departure.
So now that voice is doing what I would expect, which is making automated announcements that people in the world can hear. Whoa. Oh, you double tap forward, and then you have a dodge roll thing, which has to, like, you have to recover before you can even stand up or something. You're stuck there for a minute. I see. So H to holster, or to put it away. Wait, what? It's out. There, now it's holstered. Okay, in combat, press right-click on a target to fire your weapon. Got it. Remember, your objective location can also be found in your compass, as well as your mini-map. Okay, great. Cool. It's normal to go from graduating immediately to first officer, right? Yeah. Are you saying that this is, like, rigged? This is... I earned this. I worked my butt off. And I'm, like, 10 times better at this than Flores, for some reason. Now you know how Riker hurt his back. He was like, hey, look at this. I can keep doing these flips. Hey, look at this. In an elevator. I can do flips. Ow!
Okay, all
Okay.
of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech
Oh,
out
no.
of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel
I'm
cry.
scared.
This mission could just determine the rest
I'm
of our
scared of Klingon.
careers. No
Just
pressure.
public speaking.
I'll meet you over there.
Make a toast for the rest of the senior staff. Easy peasy. Where's the bar? I just need a drink first. Wait, there's nobody at the hall? Crap. Hi, team. I know that I've slept with most of you, and you expected that you were going to be first officer, or at least someone who has been a lieutenant at some point in the past. But I think that we're all going to get through this, and it was not going to be awkward at all. And we're going to do great. So, you know, everyone, no more flirting on duty. You know, unless we decide that we will, and that's okay too. And yeah, good job, everybody. See you on the board. May I have everyone's attention? Inspire, intimidate, or be humble. Wow. The second one is always the dick move. Be humble. Let's be humble. That seems nice. This is making me want to play. I haven't played in a long time. On the first day of class 4 years ago, I looked in the mirror and thought, there is no way I can do this. I know I wasn't the only one. Embolden the cadets, intimidate the cadets, or continue being humble. Intimidate! You want to intimidate? I mean, I am Riker. He is a dick. This won't be easy. The Federation has many enemies. The Klingons, the Tal Shiar, the Borg. Oh my god, the Romulans, well, that's the Tal Shiar. The, actually, who are the other enemies? Sometimes the Ferengi, the Q, the, what are the other enemies? What else we got? We got, the Breen, they're not nice. Most of the Changelings, pretty bad. All their crew, all the people who work for them. There's a lot of, like, godlike beings out there who just want to, like, mess with you because they're bored. There's Mud. He's always seems to be alive for some reason. The Iconians, are they actually bad? I don't remember. The Zenkethi. What are the Zenkethi? I can't remember the Zenkethi, but they're definitely bad. Galvanize them like a fine wine. Terrorize the cadet. Galvanize or show humility. Galvanize. But we will go forth boldly, like Starfleet has trained us, putting to use everything we've learned here. To Starfleet Academy, to the USS Googling, to her crew. Raise a glass to the class of 2409. Yeah. Chug. Synthahol. Chat with Tyrell. Is that the only one I can chat with? Which one's Tyrell? That's Potter. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's Tyrell. Wait, what did you say? I missed it. My assignment is acting chief of engineering all those months. Okay, something. Chat with Razkill. I'm slotted as security chief, not that I expect anything to actually do anything exciting on a training cruise. We'll see. Asher Moss. So you're the one who got first officer. Honestly, I'm kind of relieved. I hear Captain Taggart is a stickler for the rules on his bridge. Yeah, but I make the rules, so it's easy. Terran Empire, yep, they're bad. 8472, tough. Obsidian Order. Oh my god, the Cardassians, thank you. The Cardassians, of course. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I'm the acting medical officer. Oh, good. If you happen to trip and stub your toe, I'm the Benzite to see. Ha 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 ha! Shut up. Acting helmsman and Potter reporting for duty. Course and speed. How about to my place later? Oh, sorry, no, inappropriate. No. I'm just gonna do some flips. That's what I do. I do some somersaults. Oh, Catman, are you on my ship? Excuse me, Catman. I'm sorry. I know you're in the middle of a conversation, but I really want to pet you. And I have to do a couple somersaults to get your attention. Catman, excuse me. Rarak, Captain Rarak, Cadet Rarak. Can you join me on my ship, please? The synthahol is great. The Jägermeister tastes just like I heard about, and the Fear Bowl makes my nose burn. Yeah, it's got all the unpleasantness of alcohol with none of the effects. All right, I can't talk to those people. Whoa, what's that? It's just a bald dude. Where's my stuff? Here we go. Let's go to space, because we're not even in space yet. This is my ship? It's so small. Oh, it's a shuttlecraft. Okay. Deck officer.
Are you
Hi, can I
ready
have a
to
ship?
head to the ship?
Dude, what happened to your face? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to say that. That's very bad to say. Sorry, I'm the first officer, not the captain. Yeah. Let's go. I don't have luggage or a girlfriend or anything. I'm just happy to be here. I don't know. This guy, not yet. We've not down to one yet. Used to play the game a lot back in the days. Nowadays, it feels kind of meh with the old graphics and everything.
I can't believe we're
Welcome
finally doing
to
this.
2005.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, if you're actually up on video games, I'm sure all this looks pretty crappy.
The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting,
Oh, yeah.
a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser
does.
cannons, and even a quantum field focus controller.
I have no mouse right
Can't
now.
wait
No
to
mouse
captain
control.
one someday.
It's weird.
But here's our ship.
Still installed in your
Miranda
Xbox. Jumping on
class,
once in a while when I'm
200
bored.
crew, 2 forward weapon
costs
mounts,
$17.
1 aft.
Whoa.
Average speed, warp 5 point nothing.
Oh, the
She's
ship.
a tough
Okay.
little ship, though.
The ship costs $17.
I think I like her.
Okay, yeah. The real Riker had it super
We're the
efficient.
final
His
shuttle to
girlfriend and his
arrive.
baggage
We need
were
to
the
get to the
same.
bridge.
Oh my god, Finbara. Oh my god. Talk about retro. It's not sexist when it's ironic. Oh wait, maybe it is. Now I have my mouse control back. Oh no. Something terrible has happened. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not cutting off part of the game screen. No, it looks pretty good. Mouse Maluco, thank you for the follow. Okay, I think we're on the ship now. Because we just got on one of these shuttlecrafts, and now here we are. Requirements for next grade, Lieutenant 1. Oh, I'm first officer, and I'm a cadet. That's weird.
I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
Okay. I was gonna go to the bar, but you know, whatever you feel like. Hey, look at this. Hello.
Name and position?
Cadet William Thomas Riker, acting first officer. Your boss. Thank you.
I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship.
Thank you. Where's the captain?
Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbo lift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Yeah, I know how a turbo lift works. Thanks. Thanks, cadet. Thanks. I'm Riker. I gotta be a little bit of a dick. How else will they know that I'm in charge and that I'm better than them? Uh-oh. I can't see chat. Where are you, chat? There it is. Let's go. Am I supposed to walk out now? Yeah, I am. Okay. Hey, it's the bridge. Hi, Captain. Which chair is mine?
Welcome to the bridge, number 1.
Number 1.
Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that.
That's so charming.
I
I've
always
never
liked
heard
it.
that before.
As my number 1, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation.
Because God forbid the captain makes those decisions.
But first, we need to
I
get
know
out
how
the
turbo
dry
lift works.
Get clearance from
Wait, where's
control,
the guy in the
and
suit?
close the
It's also
shuttle bay
lower.
doors, then disable the tractor moorings.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work, Captain. If Telltale wasn't dead, it'd be cool to have a Star Trek game by then with 2020 graphics. Yeah, it could happen. They're making like 3-4 Star Trek shows now. They could make more video games. Not Telltale, but somebody would. I mean, they're still making this game, but like as somebody pointed out, they haven't updated the graphics because there's a lot of graphics to update. We need to get clearance from control, close the shuttle bay doors, then disable the tractor moorings. So you're telling me we're still on Earth. That's what I'm hearing. Tyrell, get clearance from traffic control for the Googling to leave the gantry. Or Flores, close the shuttle bay doors. I feel like we should do both of those things. But let's leave the shuttle bay doors open and see what happens.
Earth traffic control has
Actually
cleared us
nice
to
game.
depart, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Okay, now we'll close the
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
That's the order that I like to do things in. It's just my style, you know? Probably wants those orders in order. Yeah.
Very good, number one.
Thank you. I did do my job. I haven't played this or whatever, but your Twitter accounts are great. Oh, thank you for saying so, Pipebug. Just watch out he doesn't make you do a saucer separation and recoupling like that one crazy old captain used to do. I know, what was up with that? And it was so dramatic, they're like, can he park the ship? We're all gonna die. Potter, wait for me to disable the tractor moorings. Which I'm now going to do, because I know how, using this glowing console full of buttons. Bloop, 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 boop, 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 boop. Thank you for the follow, Pipebug. Oops. I wish that I could get this game to continue being, Oh, thank you for the follow, Justin. I wish that I could have it play the audio of the game when I click on a different window. But I can't. Can't seem to figure out how to do that. Tutorial training crew, speak with Captain Tiger. I did it! Captain, I pushed the button! Aren't you proud of me? Can I have a cookie?
Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Captain, may I remind you that Starfleet regulations specify thrusters only while in the vicinity of space dock. Do I question my captain? He's wrong. Do I question him? Yes.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number one. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
I can play this game all day. I'm paying attention.
To sit, right-click on the chair you wish to sit in.
Sitting. WW, what would Riker do? Yeah. Riker would speak up. Riker would speak his mind. Excuse me, sir. Starfleet regulations say thrusters only.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Vulcan's been destroyed,
Course
sir,
lead in,
and
sir.
it's rude of you to mention it.
Engage.
Mixed company. Thank you. One minute space dock. I'm just gonna warp from San Francisco to Vulcan because it's faster. It might destroy
Captain,
the Earth.
I am
but
picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tavrel.
This is the Break-Even. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's with your name?
So our warp core is failing? We could really use some help here.
Oh. Okay. Heated to
Let them know
warp
we're
9.
on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room.
3 minutes?
Prepare to beam over survivors.
Isn't
Sir,
there anything faster?
Sensors can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications
Yeah,
are out as well.
Transport. Everywhere.
Keep trying to hail them, Tavrel. Number one, let's discuss the situation.
Okay, I wasn't really listening, though. I was thinking about something else. To sit...
You heard the distress call, number one. What do you think we should do?
Is this a test,
Absolutely
sir?
not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist.
Oh, well, if it's not a test, then I actually have an answer. It's strange that the transmission was audio only. A warp core emergency shouldn't affect communications, and everyone in the future likes video chat.
Good. What do you advise?
I recommend we go to Red Alert, full power to weapons, and load photon torpedoes. Or, shields up, sir, better safe than sorry. Or, we need more information before we get in there. I recommend scanning for an hour to see exactly what the situation is. An hour of scanning?
We don't have
Sure.
that kind of time, number
Nope,
one.
apparently not. That did seem like a lot of time. You're probably right, sir, but we should raise the shields.
I agree. Flores, raise shields.
Great.
Number one, get down to the transporter room.
I know,
You'll
an
oversee
hour.
the rescue effort from there.
Never heard of an hour of scanning unless it's like, I don't know, some new thing, a new anomaly or something. Hold on. I have to make sure I don't get a migraine. I'm gonna take a pill for that. I have a pill for that. If I sit still too long or concentrate too long, my brain does things to itself, and I don't like it. But my best tool against it is to be honest and tell people who are expecting me to continue doing things that I need to take a pill and possibly stretch. Everybody stretch. Stretch your body. You're home, you gotta stretch. Okay, continue. I'm supposed to be doing something. I have objectives. Let's do them. What are they? They're this way. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know. Oh, tutorial training cruise, tutorial training cruise. Take turbolift to transporter deck. Turbolift, transporter deck. Transport me, baby. Yeah, I can see how these graphics are kind of dated. Give me an update. Rarak. Rarak's my favorite.
I'm getting some weird readings.
Aw, so cute.
I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate.
Okay.
I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now.
You're not inspiring a lot of confidence there.
Hang-ons!
Oh, crap.
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the IKS Chunk.
That was so dishonorable. You dick. You know, Riker looks like Wesley Crusher. Oh, wow. It's the best we could do. It must be a pretty old ship. TOS bridge noises, motion picture nacelles, stairs on the bridge.
Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship.
Yeah, what if somebody
They're boarding us.
Captain, I told you we should have scanned for an hour. What did I tell you?
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position.
Yeah.
Arm yourself, and any security team members you find.
Okay. What about the enemy ship, sir?
We still have weapons. I'll do what I can.
Okay.
For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
I'm very disappointed in you, Captain. I told you that was a reason why they weren't using video chat. They don't have that filter technology. They don't have the Snapchat filter thing. Did you want to talk to me? You were waving at me. Why are you waving at me? Who knows? I don't need to sit in the chair. Don't tell me that. Okay. Nope. This is what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what it is. Oh, I see. It's the door. They're waving at me to go through the door. Enter command codes. Yeah. Go to the locker. Thank you. Yes.
Go to the armory locker.
Is there a plant in the transporter room? That's how they test it, to see if it can, like, do living things successfully without turning them into plastic. Go to the armory. Interact with it to get a better weapon. Yeah. Which place has the weapons? This one. The shiny one. Get a rifle. We're gonna go murder. 3 Klingons. Basically always check the glowy things. Yep. To use quick equip, first press the U key to open your status window. Oh dear. Click on any item slot for your captain, ship, or bridge officer. What? Weapons. Sniper rifle Mark 1. The equip window will show all available items that can be used in that slot. If you're at a map with bank access, you'll be able to access items from your bank. Otherwise, they will be red. Okay, but they don't have money in the future. So. If you equip this, you won't be able to trade it. I'm a little busy killing Klingons. I'm not here to trade Pokemon cards. Okay. Hi. Maybe you could be dead now. Thanks. I don't have any place to hide to. I'm just gonna stand here like I'm not afraid at all. Thanks for shooting the other guy instead of me. That's real nice. I don't know how to use this gun other than to, like, click on you and make you die. Oh look, I have a shield. That's so helpful. Is this my friend or my enemy? It's not murder, it's self-defense. Just imagine there are raccoon catchers and you're trying to get away with snacks. You and your pal Zora. Well, there's a way out without murder. Possibly. Well, that guy died. They're all dead. Blue names are always friends. I couldn't see. I just saw the green line of their hit points, and I wasn't sure if that meant they were an enemy. Because they were very far away. Now we have force field, because you don't want to go into space, because, you know, actual space is like that.
You can do extra damage to enemies.
Hi, hello, friend. Uh-oh. There are multiple. I'm gonna spin out of here. Okay, so I have shields. Yikes. Yikes. Don't kill Riker, it's my first day. Open. Oh my god, there's so many. Die, 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 die.
An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item and press F to loot it.
Press what? Press F2. Okay. I'll get it later. I found keys. Great. Okay, fine. Whatever. Hey, it's a health potion. Neat. That's not actually how hypersprays work, but sure. Whatever. Close enough. Yay, I'm fine. Okay, so I did that. Do extra damage to enemies by flanking. Try attacking your enemies from the side or behind them. Okay. You have recovered a hypo spray. You can use this to quickly heal any damage you may have suffered. I think I already did by accident. So there's that. I guess we're here, but that's not what I was here for. Why is that? I'm supposed to use... Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Catman. Are you okay, Catman? Stabilizing. Oh, I saved Catman's life. I'm the best. Next. Alright, so we gotta go around the breach, which is sealed with the force field. The shaking is really kind of getting around. Who are the bad guys? I'm the bad guys, but who are the good guys? I'll shoot them. Klingon. Bye-bye. For some reason, Klingons are attacking us. It's all very confusing. Oh, the screen shake. Very immersive Star Trek experience. Yes.
Number 1, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help.
Okay.
Time to show off that
ableist, okay. Engineer, I can improve the ship's structural integrity field. Science, I can reinforce the ship's shields. Or tactical, I know how to improve ship weapons. Captain, I know how to improve ship's weapons. I know that they were pretty good when we left Earth, but they haven't had the special Riker touch.
Sometimes missions specialized to your career class are available.
Great. I just did something weird. I pressed B and I don't know what happened. A hairy situation. Sometimes missions specialized. Yes, I know that. Okay. Turbo. Hi, Klingons. Hello. You go dead now. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm your first officer. My name's Riker. Hi. Let's run.
Press C to crouch.
Oh, crap.
Crouching is a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks. Press X to aim your weapon. Aiming
Press
your weapon
X.
gives a bonus to damage.
And then what? Oh, shoot. Shoot. 1 for shoot. Tab. They're dead. They're dead and disintegrated. Hooray! So C is to crouch. C is to crouch. X aims the weapon. Gives you a bonus to damage. So that's good to do. You just killed Beck. And I was gonna sing loser. I killed Beck? Oh no. I'm sorry, I was just shooting at things that didn't look human. Because that's how I do. Actually, no, most of my crew is not human. But they all have the same blue shirts as me. And that's how you know they're on the right team. Same shirts. They should just wear blue shirts to confuse me. If they were clever Klingons, they would. Alright, I should crouch. Fine, I'll crouch. Hey look, more Klingon. Aim. No, aim is... What's aim again? X. 1 is shoot. I'm hiding behind my own crew. I suck. Okay. Hey, glowing console. Hello, glowing console. Boost power to aft phasers. Oh yeah. Don't bother me, I'm programming. Okay. Alright, team. Let's go do something good and useful. I think we boosted power to the other weapons. Ah, there's a third one. We have to use all the consoles because we don't have internet connections up here. They're all separate. Get off the console.
Number
off
one,
the console.
We've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Aye, sir. I just did the thing. Give me a second. The Klingons haven't developed our indigo dye technology. The Vulcans have been using them into colors other than red on a delayed timetable to avoid technological pollution with their culture. Well, you'd think they would have figured out a few things by now, since they have warp-capable ships. But, yeah. They don't always think of everything. Klingons are weird. They're really weird. The whole concept of Klingons is weird. And I don't mean aliens have to be like us. I mean the concept of Klingons is weird. And problematic. But also interesting, sort of. Am I on the ship? Am I on the bridge? Yes. Oh, hi. This looks bad. What just happened? Hi! Oh, shit. Why don't you flank me then? Crap. X. Oh my god, I'm supposed to do melee and I don't know how. Ay, ay, ay. Thanks to everyone else for saving my life. Jesus. How do I unequip? Or holster or something? Yikes. I don't think console bet on Dorian. Klingons developed differently than humans. First was tools to scoop marrow out of bones, then disruptor rifles, then soap, then warp engines, and finally, colors. Yes, I know H to holster, but it wasn't working before, or I was hitting the wrong button. I'm not sure. Okay, I think I healed Razki. Razki, you doing okay? Did you have the notes from history class? Yeah? I'll get them from you later. Okay, thanks. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go this way. Oh. Saving more people. Heal Cadet. Cadet, are you okay? No? Let me give you mouth to mouth.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
On screen.
This is Captain Kadek of the IKS Chart. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked.
Yeah.
You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship.
Never.
Perhaps your captain will change your mind.
Ha! Captain. Oh no, their ship remains clogged. Someone send
Order
up
your
over.
crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
No children, we're 24
Very well.
and a half.
Number one, you are now the captain of the ship. Your orders.
Funny how that happened.
Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Okay. You're the man. No, never. I would never kill my captain.
Make me proud.
Oh, are you dead already? That's gonna make it even easier. Now I don't have a tough decision. I can just blow them up.
We have target lock, Captain.
Oh wait, he's not dead. What would Riker do? Oh, I know what Riker do. He'd fire. He did it. He already did that. Ba-boom! Oh, snap. It didn't work.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire all weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Cloak and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What now?
Find them? Tutorial training cruise complete. What now? There's still an objective, though. What's the objective? So I have to make my own objectives. Oh, it's moving. It's right behind me. Am I the objective? I'm not sure. I think she's the objective. No. I'm confused about the objective. Oh. What's with your checkmark, man?
We survived. But The captain... Captain Taggart knew what would happen, and he gave the order anyway. Ultimate sacrifice.
That's not the ultimate sacrifice.
One that we all might be called to make someday.
The ultimate sacrifice is
He
sacrificing
trusted you to take command. All we can do now...
something you care about more than
survive.
yourself.
And remember him.
Yep. I guess I'm captain now. Bummer. I mean, I'm real sad about it. It's tragic.
Alyssa Flores
Non-plot
is now
device
your
or
bridge officer. Bridge officers add abilities to your ship in space and accompany you on away missions on the ground.
Tactical bridge officer. Oh, I was the tactical. Well, no, I was the first officer. Talk to first officer. Oh. Wait. Oh, she's now your bridge officer. Alyssa Flores reporting for duty. Starfleet tactical bridge officer. You can change this officer's name and or uniform once for no cost. You make this change after you complete the tutorial. Open this officer's status page for more information. Bridge officers add abilities to your ship in space and accompany you on away missions on the ground. Alyssa Flores. For the USS Googling, we have Riker. Is there anything I would want to do to change the uniform or name of my first officer? My tactical officer. I don't think she's my first officer. Maybe she is.
All decks reporting in, sir.
I guess she is.
We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
Oh dear. Oh dear. First Officer Barkley. What is this? Okay. Hey, it's a raid! Invarial, thank you for the raid! Welcome, raiders! We have made, the best we could, a William Riker, who now is in command of the USS Googling.
I have been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
Oh yeah? Well, keep trying. What's the status of that Klingon
She's
ship?
still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage. We're in rough shape too, Captain.
Alright, well, let's find her. I mean, Zarva, damage report.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
Thank you, Invarial, thank you. That's what I wanted to do. I've been wanting to make the USS Googling for a while for Riker. Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time. Okay, what about the break-even? Hail them to bro.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
SS break-even? This is the Starfleet vessel USS Googling. What is your status?
Well, this is awkward. You're angry. I can see that. Understandable.
No, that's why.
Before this gets too carried away, hear me out. I had to send that distress signal. My options were limited while a Klingon was pointing a disruptor at my head.
Okay.
The Klingons were thorough. They even damaged my warp drive to make things look convincing. I'll never make it to safety on impulse. Don't suppose you could lend me a hand here? I'd rather not be around if the Klingons come back.
Okay. Let's make a deal.
Increase your speed using E. Decrease your ship speed by using Q. Use W and S to move up or down. Use A and D to turn left or right.
Up, down, left, right. E and Q to increase speed. Oh. What's our target? No, we're going for it. Alright, let's go for it. Let's go right for it. Can't not help Quark. I know. He's actually
Helm, full stop.
You.
I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on, you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
Well, I can do it. Was I going too fast? E to increase the ship speed, Q to decrease the ship speed. Alright, let's slow down. Okay. Let's not crash into the Ferengi. Okay. I don't see Oh, scan the freighter. Oh, okay. The WASD isn't working.
Looks like she just needs 3 or 4 warp induction coils. We have plenty of those to spare.
Oh, good.
Yourself near the ship and press F to interact with it.
Unbranded red candy sticks. My partner got them, but doesn't like them, so they're mine. They're like Twizzlers, but much sweeter. They're not good, but they're here, and I'm eating them. Would you Quarkly? I could not help Quark. Quark's the one who got us into this by sending out a phony distress signal to save his own life. Who saves their own life? So rude. Repair freighter. Okay. Thanks, and good luck with the Klingons. You'll need it. Oh, thanks, Quark. Bye forever. Talk to First Officer. How come the WASD controls are not working? Well, let's give it some juice. E to increase speed. A to turn. Oh, it is working. It's just slow. Okay. Do I hold it down to turn fast? Yes. You can see it on the map now in the corner. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Confused. How is it a phony signal? Did I miss that part? The Klingons actually had him. Well, that's true. But he said that he sent the distress signal. Ay, what's happening? He said he sent the distress signal, and it was like that he had no choice because they had like a disruptor to his head, and he was trying to like lure us in, and he wasn't saying the nature of the distress was I'm under attack by Klingons, so we weren't prepared. It was a trick. It was a trick.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Zarva, do you have that damage report?
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostic shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair.
Great. Do you have replacements?
Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
Alright. Chief, I'm gonna ask you to avoid use of the word crippled when you don't need to, when you could say, damaged.
We're not
also,
the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors.
What are the odds? Do it. There's all this garbage. Surely some of it was useful to save us.
Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby.
Awesome.
Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
I'm sorry, did you say destroy?
Press the spacebar to fire energy weapons.
Weird way to handle picking things up, but okay. Press spacebar to open fire on a target in range. I don't think it's in range. I think we need to move. But it says we are moving. And now I'm trying to turn, and it's not turning, and I don't understand. Let's slow down and see if we can turn. Not really. Your range is 10 kilometers. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, the problem is that I'm pressing WASD and it's not doing what I expect. So if I increase power to the engines and start going, then I want to be able to turn. And I'm not able to. Why is that? You also need to speed up your ship before you can steer it. Yeah, I thought I did do that. That's what I'm doing on the bottom here, with the yellow things. And the more I speed up, the more... Oh. Well, now I can at least see some things moving. But am I turning? I know I'm going the wrong way. But I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at. Maybe the problem is my camera. Is that me? That's me. Okay. There we go. At least when I can see my ship, it makes more sense. Okay. So there's my ship. Now I can steer and see where I'm going. That's better. Let's do it. Blow it up. That's how you get stuff in video games.
Taking through scraps we left behind.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
Yeah, we're getting scraps. What about it? Move forward, press F. Take. Yes, take. Slow down. Take.
These plasma injectors do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess.
Is it not supposed to be that
3.7
dark?
liter flow
Space.
with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil converter and...
What? That's good. But remember the Klingon who wants us dead? I need you to work fast.
You have your problems, I have mine. I'll need some time to get everything installed and run a level 1 diagnostic. We don't want to blow up the moment
No
we
one can
hit
hear
warp
squint.
1.
Okay. Elisa, give me status
Zarva's
report.
dealing with the warp core, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help.
Great.
Oh, don't forget the cloaked Klingon battlecruiser. It's probably making repairs faster than we are.
Any chance we can determine what's jamming communications in this system?
Of course we can. We're the class of 2409.
That's right.
Tyrell has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
Well, as long as it involves shooting garbage in space, I'm all for it. Because that's what we do.
10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your phaser banks to weaken shielded targets.
It's not an enemy. Oh, it isn't. Let's go.
Use your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down.
Okay. Which one is that? Phaser array. Torpedo. Is their shield down? I'm not sure. Slow down.
Nice shot.
All
2 more
right.
jamming satellites left.
Okay, I should probably get closer to them. Thank you for telling me that 10 kilometers is my range. You think 10 kilometers is pretty close for space? I don't know. I've never been. For blowing things up? I don't know. It's not scanning, it's blowing things up. It's just sending torpedoes and stuff. Hey, slow down. Boom! And you.
I haven't forgotten about you.
Well.
Think your ship can take a couple more hits?
Hey, rude.
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
Yes.
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them.
Do it. We need to find him before he ambushes us again.
Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day.
Yeah.
Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source.
Finally, we have an
I'll
advantage.
send the source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map.
Okay, and now I'm going to say something that I read in a book once, because this other guy said it a lot, and I thought it was really cool. Make it so.
It's pretty far out, sir. We should use the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed.
Great.
Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
I can make your death swift.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow. Deactivate
Activate
full
what?
impulse by clicking on it again.
Oh, full impulse. We're going the wrong way, aren't we? I think so. Oh, maybe not. I'm actually a little confused right now. So we're trying to get to this way. Full impulse is probably not the right move when you're still trying to get the right orientation. The Star Trek Voyager Technical Manual. He said the thing from the thing! The Star Trek Voyager Technical Manual, page 13, has full impulse listed as 1/4 the speed of light. I've heard that. Which is 160 million miles per hour, or 74,000 kilometers per second. Quarter impulse for Voyager would be 18,000 kilometers per second, so 10 kilometers is very nearby. That's fair. That is a good point. Distance in Star Trek isn't the most carefully thought out thing in most of the scripts. Is all I can really say about it in general. Even in the role-playing game, it's as precise as you want, but it's really kind of vague. Full impulse, quarter the speed of light. Let's go. That's the quarter the speed of light. Doesn't look like it. Stop. We're supposed to be going somewhere. Towards that yellow thing. On the map, which I still don't know what it is. Confused by the yellow thing. Mighty Brisket, thank you for the follow. Here we go, we're getting into the yellow place. That's so far, it'll take almost 4 parsecs to get there. If we go in the long route, yellow things on the map are always quest markers. Yes, I know. I was just having trouble getting it back onto the map, getting my ship into the right place where it's supposed to be. Because I was going too fast. Press, you must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy. Okay, so let's slow down. Is that a thing? An item is dropped for you. We did that. We know that. Press Shift R. Oh, Shift R will activate full impulse. But is that what I'm supposed to do? Beam Arc Tutorial.
Your ship is outfitted with phaser beam banks. These weapons have a 270-degree firing arc. This is the firing arc for the forward phaser banks.
Cool. Shift R, activate, deactivate full impulse. We were using the special get parts from wreckage phasers, though. Yeah. According to Reddit, the TNG Technical Manual cites a range of 300,000 kilometers for phasers and 2.5 million kilometers for photon torpedoes. So you're saying 10 kilometers is too short. Well, okay. But also it looks cool because the ship is only like 1 or 2 kilometers long. So you have to see them, and if they were really far away, they'd just be little dots, and it'd be really hard to hit, and not fun. According to Ripley's Almanac, if you stacked photon torpedoes from Mount Kilimanjaro to the moon, it would take almost 3 seconds for the detonation to destroy both bodies entirely. I see. I see what you're saying. So we're planet killers. Great. This is the firing arc for the forward phaser banks. Yes.
This is the firing arc for the rear phaser banks.
Okay.
Note that both the forward and rear phasers have an overlapping arc of fire on the sides of your ship.
I did notice that. Thank you.
Firing at enemies within the overlapping portion of your firing arcs is known as broadsiding. This allows both the forward and rear phaser banks to fire on the same target at the same time, increasing your damage output.
Yep, that
Federation
makes
captains
sense.
who prefer beam bank weapons favor the broadside technique and will often circle their target, keeping them within the broadside arc at all times.
Okay. That doesn't tell me what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Full impulse to suspect point. Meaning this big yellow circle that I'm already in? Well, I gotta go have dinner anyway. So I will continue this another time and figure it out one way or the other. Numbers have to work in a video game, and also in a TV show. They, if they followed those numbers, I don't think the ships would see each other at all. I think they would just be specks of dust in the distance, and it wouldn't look cool. Just like they always face each other, like with the same vertical orientation, which makes no sense. So, what am I supposed to be doing right now? There's no... What's this? Tutorial. Field motions. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the B mark tutorial. But what's the next thing? But I need to go tend to my migraine so it doesn't get worse. Thank you all very much for joining me and helping me make a passable Riker in Star Trek Online. I'm gonna come back to this another time, and hope to see some of you again. Thank you very much, Invariel. Thank you for the raid. That reminds me, I should raid someone else while I am getting ready to step away. Who do we have? Who is running right now? Let's see. Bye, Mira, Lilian. Nice to meet you. Let's see, what's going on? Welcome Party is playing the Great Lich's Bake Off. Some friends of mine are role-playing a D&D style, not D&D, but a role-playing game with liches, so there's that. And they're pretty hilarious, so I'm going to send you all over there, and please give them some love, and have a great night. And I will see you on the Twitters, and I will come back here and do some more of this or some other stuff. That was pretty fun. I do want to figure out what I'm supposed to do there, but I want to finish the tutorial and then move on to, selecting quests and upgrades and things. Play some Animal Crossing. All right. This was fun. Thank you very much, Finvara. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This was my grand return to streaming after a very long time and many months of trouble that kept me from it. So I'm happy to be back, and it's lovely to see so many nice people. Raid now. This is not a countdown. It is a countdown. It's counting down. But also, thank you for the bits, Findara. That's very nice of you. I'm gonna click raid now because this is a very long timer, and I gotta go eat. So cheers. Take care of yourself. Stay indoors.
And he goes, and then they taste it and they're like, would have been better if it were, I don't know, still an assassin vine. Disappointing, but let's see what we have over here.
Awesome. Speaking of awesome, Joe Sandow and a party of 20 people. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party. We're playing a little Berry Mary, the Great Lich's Bake Off. We are knee-deep in the end of round 3. We're making savory pies for the Lich Nalton Grey, who definitely doesn't bear any resemblance to Alden Brown. Is that everyone's bakes?
What did meat blender.
Meat blender, right.
Meat blender.
So did anyone, so how does it work? Did anyone score under?
I got par. I got
So you're okay.
Yeah,
so you're okay.
7. So it probably means because of that the NPC is the one to go this round.
You're right.
Yeah, if all players were front runners or were safe and there are still NPCs in the competition, the NPC is eliminated this round. So normally we would have to determine that person randomly or maybe by what happens in the story. But there's only one NPC in this game because we had a full party. So I think Nalton is like, you had the easiest possible thing. You all you had to do was make something savory. You put meat. You put a slab of beef in a blender, and you blended it up, and you decided that was your bake. This may have been before I was giving you credit for your inspired takes. The deconstructed cookie was really next level, but this is just pedestrian, out of my sight.
And Ashton with all his scarves. The scarves flutter in the wind as he leaves.
And there he goes, which brings us to round 4. We're coming down to the tail end of it.
Roll for Archmaker.
Oh yeah, who's the Archmaker? I had
me for once.
Yeah.
Is it between me and
Well,
Angela?
because I also because I think it was between three of us. Because
Yes.
no wait, because Santaro
I'm
rolled
par.
at par.
The rest of you are good.
Was Kip
Roll
was
for
at par?
No, I was 13. I was
13.
Oh, so it's and Brad. What did Brad roll?
I got an 11.
Yeah, so it's between the three of us. So
All right, so 2d6 plus magic. And I got a 6.
I got 9.
You're taking it. I got 7.
Okay.
Kip
is the
the
archbaker.
4-foot-tall guinea pig baker.
She has unseated Mari, who's essentially just a small fae spirit who looks like Molly Weasley crossed with a fae.
Awesome.
This is wonderful. Round 4.
All right, round 4, breads. This is the hard one.
Yes,
We decided.
dear audience, it is the dreaded bread week. Yes, it's the dreaded breads.
All right, we assign our stat changes. Screw it.
I get to roll.
Let's live dangerously.
Don't roll yet. Don't tell us yet. I haven't finished.
Okay.
Yeah, I made my choice.
Good to go.
And it is flavor.
Damn. All right. So in this game, there are 3 stats. I deducted my flavor, and it came up flavor. So great. Perfect. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've got this. It'll be fine.
Flavorful breads. All right, so we're going to take a moment to think about what we're going to bake. So each of our characters has a signature ingredient and a school of magic that we're proficient in that infuses all of our baking. And we are going to try to incorporate that into something.
Donteru is ready to go as he starts pulling out. He pulls out of, brings over an entire mushroom that's about as big as Kip, and it's on a very gentle platform that just floats over next to him, and he touches it and it starts screaming, and he goes, "Sorry about this, it'll come together," as he is making screaming rye, which is going to be infused with it is wheat that has been grown with a shrieking mushroom, incorporating his specialty ingredient, plant and fungus-based monsters, and his herbalism skill as well. So his screaming rye is going to be made with a slight mushroom flavor, and probably will still be making a good bit of noise.
I can go for the next one and also give a shout out to an unnamed person in our chat who has added "I have nothing to prove" as a comment.
I have a lot to prove. I'm in this for the proof.
It started with pun and became even more pun. I did not think that was possible. You just see Mari just sort of flap her wings, but then sort of calm down for a little bit, and then you see erupting in a little bed right near where the competition and her table specifically are, this massive mound of white blossoms with the smell of buckwheat right near it. She's using her Fae and Primal Magic to, essentially her Primal Magic rather, she's Fae but it's Primal Magic, to summon up white blossoms and begin converting it through the air. You just see this nice silky stream of buckwheat honey start to be pulled out from the actual white blossoms themselves. This is a real thing, and it's a very darker toned kind of color honey, and she's going to use this to help add some nice kind of richer molasses kind of flavor to gingerbread. She's taking the bread a little more loosely.
So you see Kip, and Kip has a bunch of some sort of sprouted grain that she is currently grinding in a blender. As she's doing that, she's also kneading the dough, which is kind of funny. She sort of has to hurl herself at it because she's so small and can't really reach. There's a guinea pig kind of hopping back and forth trying to knead some dough.
That is adorable.
So it's the sprouts are sprouted alfalfa grains that she's going to incorporate into the dough, and she's going to use her conjuring to help everything get a good rise, really kind of encourage the yeast along, give them energy.
Does she say nice words the whole time to make it feel good about itself and have it encouraged?
She's sort of leaking and whistling and making kind of little murmured guinea pig sounds.
Cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat. Oh no. Go Brad.
Yeah, Brad's making pickle bread. But here's the thing. I've looked up this on the internet actually, and it's a real thing, and it's terrifying. But what we're doing is we're doing a different kind of pickle bread. We're making the bread the pickle. So I've got this pickle that I have alchemically enhanced to the size of a loaf, and we're gonna bake a loaf around it because chopping them up and throwing them in there, that's boring. We're really going all out on this one. We're gonna dehydrate a couple of little things. I got some yeast cultures that I've been growing for about 8 years, and we're gonna sprinkle them in there and really make this thing. We're gonna make it pop.
All right. Who can I assist with their presentation? I don't think I've helped Mari yet. Mari, would you like some assistance assembling that what for you might be a house made of gingerbread?
Well, sure. I am always helpful. Is your mushroom okay?
The fact that it's not screaming is a very positive right now. But if the wind changes and something startles it, I'll have to take it out back.
We'll see, but go right ahead.
Okay. Just tell me where to put the supports. I know you're doing gingerbread. I don't understand what you're doing with it.
I was because you said that with the supports. It's a gingerbread house that I was having like it's bigger than me. So I'm imagining that it is physically, because that's too funny to pass up on. It's bigger than me, so you're actually like helping probably
hold the roof up,
the roof up, or like helping me like get it to actually sit right.
This round's
all right,
flavor,
let me roll
correct?
Plus presentation.
Yes, so we roll plus presentation to see.
All right, so I rolled a 5, giving you a +1 and me a -1. I was like, oh, it's screaming again. Oh, I'll just let it scream for a while. That'll affect oh, I'm so sorry.
Mel and Sue will refuse to help or interfere because if you cannot make bread, you do not deserve to be a mum and archbaker. No.
Too good for it.
I will try and help Dontara in return, using presentation, seeing that the creature is well, the fungi is acting up again. I'll just go over it, and it'll look like from the outside that you're hearing, like verbally being spoken. It's like, I promise, it's gonna be fine. It's the end for you. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. But you're in the fungi's head. You're hearing, if you make a contract now with me, I promise I'll get you power later. But you better follow it to a T, or there's gonna be issues later. Just so you know.
Threatening the mushroom.
Yes, she's threatening the mushroom and trying to get it to like calm down and not be so chaotic and look more orderly in its whole thing.
Let's see it.
Trying to do presentation, so that was 9 + 1. That's 10. So we both get a +1 for that.
Awesome. I like to think that Mari gets the mushroom into tune. That before it was just a loud screech, and now it's a C sharp.
La.
And D matches.
A barbershop
Forgot about
quartet
the screaming
appears.
mushrooms from the old monster manual until this moment.
Oh yes, no. One of my favorites. Monsters put them around their layers as sirens. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna help Kip real quick. Kip's been struggling this whole time to reach things, and Brad's like, you know what? Listen, I got something actually. This whole time you've been, even if you don't win the magic artifact, the least I can do is give you a quick acting mutagen. I've been brewing it up in the back room. I had it in the walk-in, so he goes to the walk-in fridge and pulls out a little potion bottle, and offers it to Kip. and it causes Kip's legs to like grow 3 feet, so that Kip can finally reach the ingredients on the top shelves.
Does it say TCRI like from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the side? Is it straight up TCRI mutagen?
That's awesome.
Just slime.
I got a 10 on my roll,
That's
so
plus
we
one
both
both.
get +1.
Do you want some help? I'm working on these artists, but you want some magic? You want a little just like bang, a magic, some zap, some pow?
Yeah, and also maybe some of that alfalfa.
Okay, sure thing. So I'm gonna go over and look at Brad's pickle bread. Yeah, we can get this fermentation just kind of buzzing along. I'm gonna roll a 7. So 5 plus 2 is 7.
Great.
So you get +1, 2.
Heck yeah. Wow.
All right.
Cat.
So I think that's it for bakes. For assistance. So now we bake.
Roll for flavor.
Flavor, baby. Oh no.
Oh, for flavor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have the face of like, that's a roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a roll.
Nah, it's not that bad. So the judges come over to Dentaro's table, and it is a marbled rye, which is giving off 2 different notes that aren't quite meeting a harmony. And he's like, yes, unfortunately the humidity and the something changed with the mushroom. It suddenly got bolder than I had anticipated, and the humidity in the area, and then there was that bat that scared it. And yes, it didn't turn out quite like I planned, but I think you'll still find the flavor pleasing. They taste it and they're like, yes, this is definitely bread that screams in my mouth, but I'm not sure that that's a good thing, but I don't hate it. And Stephen Tyler is like, yeah, that's trying to steal my bit. I have a 7, which is neutral. I rolled a 7 wait, no, I got a +1 from the help. So yeah, 7.
So Mountain Gray comes over to Kip, and he looks down at a sort of simple loaf. He looks at it and says, simple braided loaf, but it's beautiful in its simplicity. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. And so he pulls out the enormous serrated sword and saws through it, opens it up, inspects the crumb with just this vicious stare, pokes it a couple of times. It's perfectly baked, he says, almost spitefully. Takes a taste. That is the kind of bread I would want to be toasted in the morning. I want to take this loaf home with me. I want to have it for breakfast tomorrow. You've got sprouted stuff in there? Ugh. Wow, well, you did something good with it. Well done. I rolled a 10 and had +2, so I got a 12.
Fabulous. I got a 7. So Brad presents the pickle bread, which is just this giant loaf. When sliced open, there is a massive, magically alchemically enhanced pickle inside of it. So it's just this big. It's like toad in the hole, like an egg in a slice of toast, except a pickle. So Knowlton Gray is like, well, you certainly nailed the scientific elements of this challenge. Unfortunately, we were judging for flavor, and as it happens, your giant pickle bread, well, it just tastes like pickle and not much like bread now, doesn't it? I was really expecting more, frankly. It just doesn't sing. But the bread itself is clearly technically well produced.
They didn't like it when my bread sang.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for the screaming mushroom.
So,
I didn't
is that
bully it
everybody?
Mine. I got. So my roll is an 11. So I just like to think of it as like the house. It's like you see on the side of it. There's almost a panel. One panel of the walls has the word "chopped" mysteriously written across it, and then another one has "Cutthroat Kitchen" written on it. It makes no sense and no relevance to this particular figure, but he seemed, I think, Knowlton is oddly charmed by it and like breaks off a section of the roof and just eats it and inspects the architecture like someone looking for like code violations, like just to see if there's anything wrong with it. All right. It's up to code. You're good for now. I rolled an 11 with everyone's help. Total. That was a 7 base, and then all the help got it to an 11.
Yay.
Wow.
All right, so I have hit the median, but
Yes. Both you and I have the mixed success, so we're technically safe. But if all players were front runners or were safe, and all NPCs are eliminated, then someone still needs to be eliminated. So all players should roll 2d6 plus magic, and the player with the lowest roll is eliminated.
All right.
Is this between the two of you or for everybody?
Just the two of us, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, so we should say what you got first.
I'm
perfectly happy with this roll.
I pumped up my magic, so I've got a +2. And I rolled a 6.
I rolled 4 minus 1.
Oh.
Hey.
Dontaro, no. He's been so helpful this whole time.
Knowlton Brown goes, unfortunately, that was your final song. And Dontaro goes, oh. This competition has proven to me that the proof is yet to be known. And just looks off with his hair flowing in the distance. Okay, bye. Just walks off.
And now we are at our last round. Oh, almost.
Great.
Who's the Archbreaker?
Oh.
I think
Roll
that's,
for-
yeah, it's between the two of us, which is 2d6 plus magic, which this one was, that's what I took my minus in. So what did you get, Kip?
I rolled a 5 and I had +2 to magic, so I got a 7.
I rolled a 6, minus 1. So you are the Archbaker for
Kip.
the final round.
Heck yeah.
Keep
Now,
going in
dear
strong.
audience, we have our final round in which you have to make an opera cake. And for those of you just joining us, an opera cake is a French cake. It's made with layers of almond sponge cake, soaked in coffee syrup, layered with ganache and coffee, French buttercream, and covered in a chocolate glaze.
Sounds so good.
Yes.
Sounds really good.
Precise thin layers of each.
So this, yeah. So are you gonna roll for what once everyone's
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
once everyone's done.
Should we go for it?
Yep. I'm good.
I'm good. Please be magic. Please be magic.
And it's 5, so it's magic.
Yes!
Oh.
The Fae shall triumph! Not really a triumph. This is just if we can destroy the Lich. Oh, this game is so good. This game is so good.
So we are at the final round. Yeah, I think things have gotten a lot more intense at the tent too. Like I think the hags, because we're at the Cauldron, the premier hag convention outside of the Peppermint Forest. I think all the hags have like come in and they're like on bleachers watching everything very intently and like gossiping and eating popcorn and such. They're the studio audience for this round. So how would we do this? I've got an idea.
I have nothing. I'm not in it, so.
I think I've got a plan here.
I have an idea. It's slightly weird, but I think that's kind of the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my idea. Does everyone have their ideas?
Yep.
Who would like to go first?
I'll do it. So the opera cake, it's a layered dish. We got a lot of things going on here. So what I've elected to do, it's not exactly the most exciting thing, but we're looking for magic here. So I got a couple things together, and I put 10 cups of water and a healthy dose of lead powder, and mixed it all together into my batter. Now I've got layers of lead powder, lead flour, and then fruit pickles in between. And then when we get to the finishing touches, I'm going to use a couple of concoctions, and I will transmute the lead powder into gold. It's the capstone of alchemy.
I got something. So you watch as Marie just begins singing just out into the forest, and you see like a couple of breezes just flow through the whole of the terrain, and you smell a very heavy scent of eucalyptus begin to come in as you watch as the bees now begin to take aspects of that eucalyptus, all while Marie is doing this with one hand. The other one is directing a little bit of earth to rise up, and a pot of coffee is being used as a base material, where she's going to direct the bees to go and obtain, through druidic means, a small amount of coffee honey and an amount of eucalyptus honey to sort of help balance out, using the coffee honey as sort of another additional ingredient to add in for the kind of chocolatey kind of ganache layer to it, and chocolate glaze layer. And then for the sponge cake in between, using the eucalyptus honey to sort of offset the kind of harsher, potentially bitterness of that glaze with something a little bit lightly sweeter and a little bit more calming and refreshing, and the magical essence of a voice, like the opera itself, singing in perfect harmony. That is mine.
Sounds delicious.
So Kip has steeped some alfalfa grass in syrup and is going to use that in place of the more traditional almond syrup to paint the sponge layers. The sponge layers Kip has conjured from the original cake that they made. So it's all in perfect, thin, flat layers, all very evenly spaced out. And because Kip is Kip, and it wouldn't be a final challenge without a little boom, she adds a layer of mule sauce right into the final top layer of ganache.
Gotta get
So
that mule
this-
sauce in there.
I hope you roll so well.
There's a bright orange stripe at the penultimate layer.
Did you make a musical note out of it?
Welcome to the Party is not sponsored by Meal Sauce.
Mule sauce, it kicks ass.
Perfectly matches with nightmare fuel.
Fabulous. Assistance? Anybody want to do any assistance last minute?
Mel and Sue is first off knee deep in cocktails with the other hags, and this is the final round. So no.
Perfect.
Dontaro will assist will assist Kip with the design. Of the colors? No, let's see. What am I good at? I have the alfalfa you've selected is good. However, let me give you some for my mechanic. Did we just go green on the overlay? I don't know what happened. Okay, well, I'm gonna
there
keep
we're
going
back.
anyway.
We're back.
Happens. And so he's going to offer you just like an array of fresh picked herbs from the gardens of the side of Mount Celestia.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I hope to use them myself, but they should not go to waste.
Kip has already started like nibbling on one. Like starts putting it
I
on the
will
cake.
always help another beating that is two creatures. Oh wait. And then looks over at the satyr. Not enough legs. And walks away.
You gonna roll for that assist?
I don't think I have to because I'm no longer here.
Yeah, if you're interfering, you just give them the thing.
Yeah,
But if you
give
get a
them
6 or
+1.
lower, the lich becomes suspicious.
Well, this is the last round.
But it's the last round, so who cares?
9. Okay.
I'll help Brad out.
Okay.
So, what do we call it? You sure you don't want like a little bit of a kick, a punch, some flavor up in there?
Yeah. Hit me up a notch.
All right. So, not just mule sauce, I got spicy sriracha mule sauce.
Extreme.
Straight spicy sriracha mule sauce. And you can use that to like drizzle on top, do some decoration. So I'll help you out with flavor. That's what's just needed, is spicy sriracha. Oof. I rolled an 11. So we both get a bonus.
Fantastic. And I'll provide you some assistance as well. With goodness. Alchemist's fire. Because you're trying to get that pop. So he's got some alchemical napalm that is food safe. I'm just gonna give a little layer of that on top, just a little thin layer of flame to give it that extra magical edge. So I've got a 8, so you get +1 to your bake off.
Okay.
And I think it comes down to the final baking roll.
Yes.
Ugh, that's a bad start.
I got mine.
Okay. So in the final round, the player with the highest bake-off roll in round 5 wins and becomes they gain the artifact that they sought.
I've got a 7.
So I rolled a 9, and I have -2 magic, which I think is the thing this round, which is whatever this round. So it's 7, but then I have got 3 through assistance, so I have 11. No, 10.
10.
And I rolled a 9. So Kip takes the competition.
The mule sauce opera cake.
Yeah.
It was the mule sauce all along.
Mule sauce.
Heck yeah, mule sauce.
How does the mule sauce destroy the lich?
Please, yes, please let us Kip's other prize, and she gets to describe how it finishes the lich.
Oh yeah.
So Mountain Gray takes a slice of cake, chews it, and then just reaches for the squeezy bottle of mule sauce and just starts pounding it, just directly, like, and eventually, like from the bottom, like a cartoon, he starts turning the color of the mule sauce, starts slowly going orange as it just the essence of it distributes throughout the rest what's left of his physical form, and then he just sort of dissolves into a fine, spicy, creamy, carroty mist.
Spicy, creamy, carroty mist.
And Kip's doing like a touchdown dance. Like
Dontero comes in for the high five, galloping at full speed.
And as the phylactery explodes, there's the lingering scent of stuffing in the air.
Mixed with that spicy
With the mule sauce.
Mule sauce stuffing is what we've created as our last smell for the bake-off.
It'll stick with you. It'll put hair in your chest.
It funnily enough, packs a real kick.
Yeah. It is the season of the mule sauce.
It was the seasoning of the lich.
Season. God damn it.
Stefan Tyler runs
Yes.
off into the forest screaming, "That was so good! I'm so glad I didn't miss a thing!"
Because this place is crazy!
God damn it, I love this.
And that, my dear friends, is the Great Lich's Bake Off. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in for our game of Berry Mary, the Great Lich's Bake Off. If you want this game, it's on DriveThruRPG. It's very reasonably priced. Shout outs to Peter Wrights, the author. Thank you for creating this beautiful thing. We're going to go around and tell everyone who we are and where we can find everyone on the internet. But before we do, one more last reminder. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you to everyone who followed, to all of our Patreon sponsors and support that we get. You all make these games happen. It's incredible to have your support. To all the raids, we just love having that support pouring in from all different corners of the internet. So thank you so much. We hope that we've entertained you at least a little bit in some trying times. Once again, don't forget to check out Roll20 and buy yourself some merch from So Nerdware, and get yourself some dice from Tabletop Loot. Maybe get a map from Devin Rue. Once again, go to your Patreon and support us financially if you can, or if you can't, just join our Discord and meet some great people and sign up for games like this one. With that being said, let's go around one last time and tell people where we can find you on the internet and any projects you got coming up real quick, starting with Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Ely. I'm going to miss Melons, who I do garden. So she was great. I love the fact she got eliminated in the first round. It made it fun. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Ely, but you can find me hanging out on the Discord a lot. Find me here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Riffs, jammed by our wonderful Kevin right over there.
Yeah, it's fine. Away from
There.
your microphone.
Yeah, there. That way.
Fantastic. Speaking of, Kevin.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin Myers. I run the Tuesday Night Riffs game at 8 p.m. It's weird. It's strange. It's a lot of fun. And also, I want to mention my wife is doing a knitting project, which is the Geek Along. And this year, they do a geeky square every week.
Oh, how long is that?
Free. And
what's this?
I think this week's post was The Mimic. And I have been doing some writing for them. So if you want to read a short article about The Mimic, check out my wife's knitwear design website at llamasandlattes.com. Copy, paste.
Fabulous. Love it.
All right, thank you. Oh, and thank you so much for this game. It was a blast.
Oh, it's a real joy having you. Angela, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? This was wonderful to get to play with some new folks and some familiar agents of chaos who
claiming to
delight
be
in
live now.
breaking
That's
me
not right.
within about 5 minutes of starting this game, which is a new record.